Yes, everything's great. Thank you. Thank you for standing by. This is going to be explosive. I need everybody's help in here. Researchers alert. Come and help me. Everything's good. Great. Thank goodness. All right. So we're just going to do a little bit of a timeline. We're going to talk about how important South Korea is in this timeline. Anybody in the chat want to help while I am doing this? That'd be great. A lot has happened over the past, July and August, and they haven't been, sharing that with us. I did post, I don't know if you saw on my X, that Pastor Son. I'll get all into it. He was at the White House with Ron McCoy. All this was like under the radar, of course. And this show will be, it's all just a disclaimer right now, babe.
Yeah. So we've been just literally talking to a couple people and trying to put together this timeline over the last 48 hours. What we found was extremely compelling. Have we fully investigated it yet? No. But we do have a lot of interesting facts that are actual facts that are just really interesting. And it does show a timeline. So this is going to be something interesting to talk about. And we actually sort of stumbled across something which was actually quite shocking that this was okay to happen. It was very bizarre. So we're going to talk about that.
Yes. So let's just get right into it. So welcome everybody. Come on in. Yes, I see everybody's here. Henderson's here. Get Crunked and Listens here. It's kind of an early bird live. I usually don't go live at this time. So So come on in. I'm just gonna add something to the stage here. Okay, give me one moment. Let's start.
Pastor McCoy, let me just first of all thank you for the effect you had on Charlie Kirk. I know he was
Everybody can hear that okay? I don't want to keep playing it and then you guys can't hear it, so let me know.
Yeah, we're going to be double checking our audio on our mics and videos more often, sadly, guys, because I don't know, we've been hit with some weird audio glitches.
Yes. Okay. Continuing
awesome.
On. So this is the Glenn Beck show, and Rob McCoy's talking about how he is going to be. This is obviously after Charlie Kirk has passed. He is going to South Korea to continue the build up. The build up Korea, and the pastor Son, who is has a church out there, and Charlie Kirk was there on the 5th and the 6th, I believe. I'll get into it.
Yep.
And in Korea, the values and the Christian stuff and the politics is not really allowed in church and stuff like that. So Charlie Kirk was there, and we're going to discuss that. But here is an audio of the aftermath. Like, he's going to go back to Korea September 25th, 2025. He's going to go to South Korea to continue what Charlie was doing. So I'm going to let this roll so you can hear it.
Sponge, but this man
I'll just rewind it. Sorry.
Pastor McCoy, let me just first of all thank you for the effect you had on Charlie Kirk. I know he was a sponge, but this man lived his life, and you were there to teach him so much and to help him on his way. And the memorial service, it is a miracle I have prayed for 30 years. I've never seen anything like it, and you played a huge role in all of this. And I can't.
He prayed for a memorial like that for 34 years, did he say?
Like 30 years. Yeah. So he was praying that somebody, I guess if I were to take him literally, that a Christian would get murdered in a political assassination so that they could usher in a Judeo-Christian summit of fellowship and celebrate that over a dying Christian. If I understand, I believe that's what he's saying, because that's kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's even, Allie's got some information, but Rob is not a Christian. He is a Judeo-Christian.
Yes.
And
we'll show that later.
Yep. 100% validated.
Not thank you enough for what you've done.
Oh, well, Glenn, I thank you and all your listeners. I mean, America honored Charlie, and you're right. The man was a sponge. I mean, he would ask me a question about a specific theological issue, and then the next day he'd be an expert on it. And the longer you spend time with him, you get stretch marks on your brain, because he was a voracious reader. He was always learning, and he had such a tender heart for the things of God, and it showed in everything he did. And the world's getting to see that part of him, not the label that the left put on him. That's all being dismantled and dismissed. People are seeing him for who he really was.
Pastor McCoy, let me just first of all,
here we go,
Rob, and it's a picture with Charlie and a pastor in South Korea.
Right.
Can you tell the audience what is, because you were there, what is happening?
So the pastor in the picture with Charlie is a man by the name of Pastor Son, who is ex-Korean Special Forces. He's married with 3 kids. You know, you can't fake good kids, is what Charlie used to say, and his kids are amazing. His wife is amazing, and he pastors the largest church in Busan, South Korea. It has about 15,000 congregants. He was the only pastor to stay open during COVID. They threatened him. They tried to sue him into oblivion by lawfare. And then when they tried to enforce, transgenderism and the whole alphabet soup on the church, he stood in opposition, and millions of people marched in all 5 major cities in South Korea as a result of this man. And so when this new regime took over, they came right after Pastor Son, and we were in that picture where I'm in the room. I'm watching Charlie standing next to him. Pastor Son said, "It's likely I'll be arrested." And Charlie said to him, "If you're arrested, I can't speak on behalf of our government, but myself, if you're arrested, I'm going to call the Secretary of State. If he answers, I'm gonna make sure he hears this." And he said, "I'll do everything I can to get attention to this." And Pastor Son, he said, "Thank you." And he was so grateful to Charlie, and he was so grateful for him inspiring these youth to stand for freedom. And of course, we landed on Monday. My phone blew up, and Pastor Son was in prison. Charlie called me. He said, "Get me all the information.
Get me all the information
in regards to what he's being charged with, and where he's being detained." I got it all to him. I got the videos, and he said, "We're gonna feature it on my program." And as you know, a bullet took our friend's life, and I just committed to Charlie in my own heart. I'm gonna.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know if you guys, sorry, I had to rewind because the video stopped 1 minute in. So obviously Charlie went to South Korea in September 5th and 6th. He spoke at his church. Obviously it was political speaking in that church. So that goes against South Korea's laws. So he said to Charlie, this Pastor Son, "I'm probably going to get arrested for this." He said, "If you do, let me know. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to talk to Secretary of State, Trump, everything, and make an announcement." So it did happen. He did get detained, and allegedly, because this is my opinion, he went to prison because Charlie Kirk was there talking in his congregation.
He went to jail because he did exactly what Charlie told him to do.
Pastor McCoy.
Hold on. See if I can rewind it now. There we go.
There's so many things that weren't even true there.
So we are here.
On the church. He stood in opposition, and millions of people marched in all 5 major cities in South Korea as a result of this man. And so when this new regime took over, they came right after Pastor Son, and we were in that picture where I'm in the room.
The reason why they went after him is because American influence was forcing him to break his local laws. And I didn't do a deep dive on the South Korean Constitution as yet, but I did find a couple interesting articles which actually literally say that. And we're going to show those later.
Yes.
But you went over there and asked somebody to do something that's illegal in this country. There is no secret regime trying to take this guy out and stuff. You guys are stoking a far right movement in South Korea. You're sponsoring it, you're paying for it, you're sending Charlie there, and then now you're trying to blame China, North Korea, all this other crap for problems that are there. No, you're causing turmoil in the country you shouldn't actually be in, trying to spread Judeo-Christian values. They don't want it. It's illegal. They're pissed.
Yeah,
you know.
You said it.
So
I believe, in my opinion, Pastor Son went to jail because of Charlie. Because of Charlie.
Well, he absolutely did. Charlie told him to do something and speak out in a certain way. The day after Charlie left, he did that. He was arrested.
Yeah.
It's documented.
And happy birthday, Renee. I see in the chat there. Welcome, everyone. And it goes back to now, my whole brain is going in a different mindset. I'm like, is this deep state? I don't know. What is going on here? My brain is going... everybody's like, it's overseas that did this. It's TPSA. I'm just talking hypothetically here, okay? Could it be deep state? Could it be this is the reason? The timeline is very important. He is not in jail. He just got out. And that's what we're going to be talking about, is the timeline of Rob McCoy and Pastor Son. Because he got out for February 2nd of 2026, and Rob McCoy has been completely a ghost on social media. But I did find him. I did a lot of Pastor Sundays, finding him at other congregations, talking about Candace, talking about this and that. But he was with Pastor Son in July, and in August. If you were checking my ex, he actually was at the White House with Pastor Son. So he has been freed, but he has like 16 other charges or something like that. Now we're gonna get into all this, because this is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah,
you guys don't know.
You don't be afraid to stop right now, get a pen and paper, and get ready to write. There's so much crap here. We don't even know if we've caught everything. In fact, I'm pretty sure we haven't. I just want to bring up one comment, lady, positive thinker. Charlie was in on it, 100%. He knew that when they went there and they got him to start preaching a message that's linked with politics, that he was going to go to jail. And
I'm like, I don't know if he knew. Well, he said it. Like Pastor Son said, I'm probably going to go to jail for this.
Yeah. So it's actually in the South Korean constitution. It's Article 20. You want me to read it out now? We might as well. I need to say this now, otherwise, you know. So Article 20, freedom of religion. Number 1, all citizens shall enjoy freedom of religion. Number 2, no state religion shall be recognized, and religion and state shall be remained perfectly separated. This isn't happening. They're pushing Judeo-Christian values through visits for the last couple of years. And now Charlie's here. That's not allowed in this country.
Nope.
Maybe they're pissed off because they don't want Judeo-Christian crap. I wouldn't blame them. That's all our problems about this right now as well.
Yeah. All right. So let me continue.
I'm watching Charlie standing next to him. Pastor Son said it's likely I'll be arrested. And Charlie said to him, if you're arrested, I can't speak on behalf of our government, but myself, if you're arrested, I'm going to call the Secretary of State. If he answers, I'm gonna make sure he hears this. And he said, I'll do everything I can to get attention to this. And Pastor Son, he said, thank you. And he was so grateful to Charlie, and he was so grateful for him inspiring these youth to stand for freedom. And of course, we landed on Monday. My phone blew up and Pastor Son was in prison. Charlie called me. He said, get me all the information in regards to what he's being charged.
So now, he went from, Charlie Kirk went from Seoul, Korea, 5th, 6th, and he went to Japan, Tokyo, 7, 8. He came back, and then his phone blew up. Rob McCoy's phone blew up, said he's got detained September 8th. Now he's in jail September 9th. And Charlie was doing everything in his power, talking to Korean officials, everybody. He was talking to Korean officials about this. So that's what happened just before Charlie Kirk passed away.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to talk about this because nobody's talking about this. I know I show, Rob McCoy taking off the shirt. Korea needs freedom. I know I talk about that a lot. Done deep dives with other people on the Korea thing and the money stuff. And I'm not all about the, LLCs and money. I don't know what's going on. All I know is the timeline is very important here. From the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, this is what was happening. Okay? We gotta keep that in our minds.
Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
I just want to touch on two chats. Slap type. They have traveled around the world to support right-wing parties, Argentina, Hungary, Colombia, etc. Yep. And they're doing it whether it's illegal in other countries or not. So yeah, you're trying to force a fake religion on people, whether it's illegal in their country or not. What the hell are people doing? That's so messed up. Yeah. And I want another comment is KTB 2199 saying that's not allowed in our country. And then further down, they said I was raised Southern Baptist. You're right. I assume you're American. And you're right. It's not allowed in your country. But when your president endorses Turning Point, which is a heavily faith-driven organization, which now is politics mixed all into it, it's a ball of crap. Yeah. And you have a faith advisor named Paula White trying to tell Trump what to do with policy. Like, it's a ball of crap. Yeah. I don't know. Everybody should know a person, one of our mods, Love and Compassion. She has a YouTube channel where she breaks down scriptures to help people be less confused about it. She posted a video about politics and religion and all the problems with it. It's freaking phenomenal. Please go check it out on her page.
Yeah, great job.
So like, all of this crap shouldn't be happening.
All right, I'm going to keep playing this video because I have a lot more to talk about.
And where he's being detained, I got it all to him. I got the videos, and he said we're gonna feature it on my program. And as you know, a bullet took our friend's life, and I just committed to Charlie in my own heart. I'm going to support Pastor so and so. I'm leaving Thursday. I'm flying over to take his pulpit because he's in prison, and I'm gonna go there and just contend.
He's leaving Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Thanks for telling me that. That's great for us.
And I don't care what they do to me. If the world doesn't wake up, that when you start raiding churches and imprisoning pastors, and you South Korea thinks that America will lose 36,224 U.S. personnel to stop the Chinese from invading you and set that 38th parallel, and you're going to do this? You're going to infringe on religious liberty? No. So I'm going over there.
He's going over there.
Well, I will tell you that, Build Up Korea was the event that Charlie was attending. And these people are amazing. It's a little TPUSA over in.
It's a little TPUSA.
Hold on. I need to get in here for a second. Okay. Where is that now? I was waiting. I was just going to try to say it. It was I believe Girl Friday from Tuesday. You said you had a whole bunch of screenshots and stuff. Yes, please send it along. Please and thank you. Allie's email, I assume. Please forward it along. Please and thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much.
In Korea. And Mina Kim, who I know, was in my office yesterday, and I made the same commitment to her that Charlie made, and then you
love it.
Made.
Wow.
And we're going to take care of her security. We are going to watch over her. We're also, I don't know how we're going to do this, but we need to raise $1 million because they lost all sponsors. Everybody just walked away because everybody is afraid of this new regime. This new regime is really bad. They've opened up the borders, and all these Chinese illegals are coming into Korea. They're just destroying Korea and turning it over to the Chinese. And it's becoming very, very anti-American. Not the people of South Korea, but the government of South Korea. And they are attacking the churches because that's what communists do. They have to destroy the church. There's another story today in Europe that there are places now in Europe you can't get to Bible Gateway. You can't read the Bible online. It's hate speech, and they are closing down scriptures in Europe of all places. This is sweeping the world.
It is,
and
it is.
And as I was talking to Mina, because I wasn't paying attention to what was happening in South Korea. And I thought, they're surrounding us. It's a noose. They are surrounding us. And if America doesn't wake up, if the churches don't wake up, because that's the only answer. The only answer is God at this point. That's it. And if the churches don't wake up and start remembering their responsibility, and people don't start remembering who we actually are as Americans, the whole world plunges into darkness.
Absolutely right.
Oh.
You know, Jonathan Mayhew, Eastern Seaboard minister during the War of Independence, when they were all bagging on him, saying, you know, you need to submit to King George because Romans 13 says submit to all positions of authority that are appointed by God. And he pointed out, he said, yeah, but they're there for our good, the scripture says. And when they cease to do good, they cease to be the authority. And he coined the phrase that inspired the War of Independence. He said, disobedience to tyrants is obedience to God. And we just watched America restore probably another 50 years of liberty because of Charlie Kirk's efforts, inspiring pastors and awakening them. And when they were telling us the church was non-essential in California, Charlie stood by me when I defied the governor. And when you saw that memorial service on Sunday, I'm the first guy who came out, and I was asked to present the gospel and give a call to Christ. And I'm a minister by trade, Glenn. But now I need to run for office because all the politicians were there were preaching the gospel. That's a direct influence of Charlie. When the church stands, good government happens with good people. And there's the largest Christian population in Asia is in Korea.
Oh.
And they have been influenced by these mealy-mouthed ministers in America.
I bet you love that. So just a little update, guys. Pastor Son is from South Korea. I don't know if you guys know this. Like, a lot of times I play that clip of, you know, Rob McCoy stripping and taking off his shirt, and it says, Korea needs freedom. I've been working on this for a while. So finding out where this guy is, because he was in prison for a while. Charlie Kirk did build up Korea 2025, September 5th to the 6th. It's a very important timeline before he passed. And I'm just updating everybody coming into the chat. You're in Korea, that's not allowed to talk politics in church and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into that later. But literally the pastor told Charlie Kirk, like, I'm going to go to jail for this. Literally, because Charlie Kirk, I have the clip. He's talking politics in his church. So he did go to prison. And then Charlie Kirk went to Japan after, and then came back to the Charlie Kirk show, came back home on the 8th or 9th or something. And he did everything in his power, talked to Korean officials, Trump, the state, everything, to try to fix this situation. So I think it's very important in the timeline. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm doing this on the spot. And after this video, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of other stuff.
To just be compliant, and now they need to stand or they're going to lose everything. And that's Mina Kim. In a patriarchal society, this young woman stands. I call her Seabiscuit. She's tiny, but she's mighty.
Oh, yeah.
And she's standing and inspiring an entire generation. This was my third event. I'm the one who brought it to Charlie. Like, this girl's getting it done.
Oh.
And she
You're the one who brought it to Charlie. Thanks for letting us know that.
works so hard. And like you said, this is the last thing, but every single one of the sponsors of these companies,
everyone
were threatened, and they just, and churches too, they bailed on her and they left her hanging in the wind. Well, bless you, Glenn, for doing that. I've been calling everybody I know to raise some money for her as well. And you're amazing.
Well, if you care to give to this cause, I mean, she's on the hook for $1 million because they pulled this thing off and then no one wrote the checks. And it's a very big deal. And she sat in my office and she said, I'm going back next week and I'm probably going to be arrested. And I said, can we get you amnesty? Is there anything we can do? You know, let me call Washington and see if she's like, I can't, my family is there. They'll be persecuted. And she said, and it's my country and I've got to stand. So I'm going back. And I'm
so this guy, this Pastor Son, went to prison because Charlie Kirk spoke. Just letting you guys, I'm just updating you guys.
That's not quite it.
Not quite it. Well, he spoke political stuff in his congregation.
Yeah. So after Charlie left, remember that one thing we found? So what happened is they were there, and then what he did is took a selfie video with somebody from the church preaching political and Christian stuff at the same time. You're not allowed to do that. So Charlie told him to do this, and then he did it, and then he got arrested. That's what happened.
And I don't know, maybe that's for, to get more media or more attention on the matter. I'm not sure. This is all allegedly here. We don't know for facts, but I'm showing you what is going on factually. So it's up to you to make your own conclusion.
I have been looking for people of courage for a long time, real courage. And Charlie was the biggest and best example. And they're starting to come out of the woodwork now. People, they have no idea what they started. I mean, I've never understood darkness doesn't understand the light more than I do right now. It just has no idea what it's doing.
Yeah. Well, we found out today, or at least I was reading yesterday, that YouTube has reinstated conservative accounts that they blocked. They just blocked Mina's account. They shut her down in Korea. They took out her YouTube, and they're trying to remove any ability for her to communicate with the masses. And for anyone who's going to donate thinking you're wasting $1 million, let me just tell you what your money went to. First of all, you're going to keep...
If you don't know who he's talking about, Mina Kim is the founder of Build Up Korea, which was founded in 2023. And Donald Trump Jr. and Jack Posobiec, they went there in 2024. Nothing happened to them, but they went there. So I'm just letting you know timeline here when it was founded by Mina Kim.
Yeah, and then literally the next year we have Trump Jr. and Posobiec going over, putting in some more of the foundation blocks, helping them with what they need, this and that.
And then Rob McCoy brings Charlie in.
And then Rob brings Charlie the following year.
Yeah, just giving you
so there's a timeline there. So it gets created, literally government officials, well, not really officials, somebody related to the president, being his son, and Posobiec, go there after it's founded, help them get it off the ground, building blocks. Now they need a super speaker. Let's bring in Charlie Kirk. Oops, the guy got arrested.
Yeah, Charlie
for saying what Charlie told him
to
say.
And Charlie Kirk is kind of more bigger than speaker. So with that said, a lot more coverage got taken. Like everybody loves Charlie Kirk down there. If you guys don't know, even after he passed, Korea went on fire. Like just, the love for Charlie Kirk.
Warrior alive that's going to continue this fight who's fearless. And secondly, the money that was already spent inspired at least 5,000 Korean young people. Those are the ones you saw on the news chanting, "I am Charlie Kirk." They're ready to go all in. And if you're a believer,
you have no idea. Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
America, you have no idea. You thought that was a nice gesture, and it was. It was so heartening to see that. But you have no idea what those people risked.
Yeah.
Is he crying?
That's exactly it.
I mean,
every one of them is targeted.
It's amazing. They are risking going to jail, their family being persecuted, just for standing with a candle saying, "I am Charlie Kirk."
Are you crying? Is he crying? We're done. You're done. You're done.
It's incredible what's happening.
I remember what you said. You said, what an amazing way to go out. Being under that tent. You remember what you said? What an amazing way to go out. Your last words. And then you see Jesus. And then if that's not a swift elevator up to heaven, I don't know what is. I remember what you said. That's freaking weird.
And I would say to anyone who has influence over the administration, and we're trying to get up the food chain, Charlie would have an easier job of this. I'm trying. But I would say President Trump,
I will help you. You tell me what you need. I will help you.
I bet you will. Well, I bet.
I would just say, President Trump, you gave Korea 15% tariffs. If they're going to be raiding churches and they're going to be imprisoning pastors and threatening the equivalent of Turning Point in Korea, I think 15%.
Turning Point in Korea? Is that the new thing? Because I wasn't aware of that, Rob. Turning Point in Korea? I can't find it anywhere, but you just said it. If they're going to be threatening turning point Korea.
So apparently tariffs are okay if you're not, letting Rob McCoy into your country to preach Judeo-Christian values. If you allow that, well, then they'll lower your tariffs. But if you're not doing that, fuck you, max tariffs. I find that so bizarre. He was just saying that before he paused it. Oh, well, they're going through some tough times. Our Judeo-Christian friends over there. Maybe we should lower the tariffs on them. What? I thought the tariffs had to do with improper trade organization for debt. How does that tie into all of this Judeo-Christian crap you're pushing and pastors going through trouble over there? I think the pastors are going through trouble over there because you're asking them to do something that they shouldn't be doing. And now you're trying to see how many ways they're trying to spin this, guys. They're trying to blame North Korea. They're trying to blame Russia. They're trying to blame China, except for taking accountability for their own actions over the last 2 years.
Well said, babe. Unbelievable. Turning point Korea. Well, I see they're building chapters. They're building chapters there. Is it allowed? Is that allowed?
You can, but they can't get involved in politics.
Right, but that's what all Rob McCoy is.
Exactly. So what they're trying to do is buck back against the South Korean government when it comes to Judeo-Christian values.
Well, they're treading on some hot waters here.
Yeah, and don't worry, they'll just blame it all on, North Korea, China, and Russia because everyone believes that propaganda shit. It's always them or a Muslim, right? Always.
Always. We're literally opening up your eyes here, guys. Please like this video. Please share it. Please tell everybody. And way in the beginning, I was trying to get this information to Danks. So please help me share this video because we want to know what's going on in South Korea.
And by the way, no way in heck are Ali and I saying China, Russia, and North Korea are great people. No way. But they're getting falsely blamed for this, which is messed up. It's an easy sell too now. It's an easy sell. Just blame the Asians or the Russians. Easy sell. And everyone will believe it.
Why does he care about South Korea so much? He really is hardcore for South Korea right now because they have a massive Christian following. And he doesn't want, like he said, don't want the Chinese to get in there because that screws up everything. Telling you guys.
Darn, some really good comments I just want to touch on quickly.
Sure,
Sorry.
sure.
Antonius Block 34, tariffs seem to be helping only the oligarchs. 100%. They can manipulate the market and benefit from that.
1,000%.
Hold on. And there was one more. MD Hall 2025. Tariffs should not be blackmail. Agreed. If you actually have a trade deficit that you're trying to fix, well, then do what you can. But if you're just doing it to be a dick and then using it to blackmail people and to force political change and to push people and pressure people, well, then it's all a lie from the beginning because you implied them in a disingenuous way.
Yeah.
If it's legit and you really want to correct a financial imbalance with another country, well then heck yeah, do it. Talk about it, organize it, make it happen. But this is
way too low. Let's make them feel the pain. And we're not going to dictate their government, but we can dictate how they're going to do business with us. Make it hurt. So
make it hurt.
Make it hurt.
Pastor, can I call you next week when you're there? And can we?
Yes, and yes again.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything.
We're in this together, Glenn.
Okay, so this is after Charlie Kirk has passed. He's talking to Glenn Beck. Obviously, he's TPUSA faith, because he retired, but he's obviously doing a lot. And I think I showed you that. Where's Rob McCoy? From November till now. And mind blowing. I had a live stream yesterday and I had a whole bunch of posts. So, and thank you to Barron for shouting me out on the other podcast that I covered, the Darren Taylor, in Tennessee that had his podcast, but he was in Tennessee for more than just that podcast. He was touring with Alan Jackson with Son the pastor from Korea. So they've been around. They've been touring around, but not posting anything because they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know where they are because us internet sleuths will find it. We will. So they haven't posted a podcast, but they're starting to post it now. They were just at the White House. Quick question.
I think people, because we're saying the pastor's name quickly. They're hearing Sean, Son, Zon, Zion.
I'll bring up his picture.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that for the
Son.
viewers.
It's Pastor Son.
Son.
Son. And
S-O-N.
And it's a quite. And then it's Son something. It is quite a bit of a thing to say, but I will bring it up. I don't want to say it wrong, so everybody's just called him Pastor Son, S-O-N. But if you look it up right now, you can look it up. Pastor Son, Korea with Rob McCoy. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff.
And I like how Glenn Beck goes, "Hey, I'm going to call you while you're there."
Yeah, of course you are.
Of course they are. What'd you talk about, Glenn? Rob, what'd you guys talk about?
I thought he retired. He wanted to retire with a drink on the beach, and then Charlie Kirk died, and he's busier than ever.
Oh, yeah. You know, once somebody dies, you got to grift off them, right? Go around the world, make millions of dollars, put in Judeo-Christian chapels in every single country you can, whether they like it or not, or whether it's legal or not. But hey, just go ahead and do it, Robbie.
Just go with the flow.
Just go make that money, baby.
He was really happy, too. He just lost his friend.
Oh, he's ecstatic. Hey, I've never been this busy ever. I'm busier than ever. This is the busiest I've been in my whole life.
I mean,
wow.
What is the time frame from September 25th to the 10th? That's just weeks after. He's in Korea. Who paid for that trip? I'd like to know. Thank you very much. Who paid for your trip to South Korea?
Well,
was it TPUSA Faith?
Well, let's be honest. They caused a situation over there. I guess they had to go back over there and fix it. I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah, you put him in jail.
You put him in jail. You caused all that turmoil over there.
Allegedly, but that's the facts. Now let's move on. Okay, so I'm just trying to tie all these people in here. Everybody's going, it's overseas. But is it? Or could it be deep state? Allegedly. Could it be? We got to open up our eyes to everything and timelines. Timelines matter because Mr. Macron was there in South Korea September 11th. Let's get into it. We're gonna watch everything. I'm gonna show you timelines, everybody. Okay?
Hey everybody, we're outside the prison where Pastor. Hey everybody, we're outside the prison where Pastor Son is being held. We just came out of a meeting with Pastor Son. They gave us 10 minutes behind glass. It was me and Pastor Son's youngest, which is Chance here by my side. His wife was with us, and the man holding the camera, Pastor Stephen Martin from Texas. We came out to support the Sagaro Church and keep a promise to Charlie to support Pastor Son if he were to be in prison. He was in prison, and I kept that promise to Charlie.
Sure.
And I tell you what, it's getting Western media coverage.
Oh.
The churches in South Korea are
getting coverage. What you wanted coverage. You're getting it.
Actually, Charlie promised them that.
Yep, he promised him.
So don't act like this is a miracle and that the news agencies decided to cover it in America. They promised to cover it because they knew it was going to be their fault. So there's no nobility here, Rob.
So obviously this is the pastor's son. Okay, I think his name's Chance, and he's outside the prison thing, and they had a chance to speak. This is in September of 2025, September 25th. He was there from 25th to the 30th. So I'm just letting you know the timeline here. Charlie's not with us in this video, and he's gone to Korea to continue what Charlie, he was going to get the pastor out of prison. So this is now Pastor Rob McCoy taking over.
Trying to fix what happened before Charlie died.
Yeah.
Waking up. Churches in America are understanding the plight of this man. They're praying for him. They're standing with him. This is going to be a catalyst to contend for religious freedom in the largest Christian population of any Asian nation. We lost 36,600.
You already have religious freedom in South Korea. They just don't mix it with
politics,
Rob.
You want to mix it with politics.
That's all you're about, because then politics don't have any meaning. You can manipulate politics through manipulated scripture, and then you can just do whatever you want. Make up a scripture, make up a meaning, make up some rules.
What are they doing, babe? What are they doing going to other countries causing this ruckus?
Oh, somebody was just asking what happened before Charlie died. little bit complicated, but he went to South Korea and somebody got arrested because they were doing what
They need to
Charlie
rewind.
did.
I'm not going to explain it over and over. Yeah.
I could have got it out in one sentence. Basically, just before Charlie. Okay, I'll stop saying it.
Yeah. You guys got to rewind and watch the video. We got to continue. This is a lot. I might have to do a part 2. So rewind and watch from the beginning. I do apologize. I already did an update twice. So just rewind. So if you see at the bottom here, it says good. Hold on. I think it says good. That is the ministry at the bottom that's posting this. It is Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather that's sharing this video.
Good Kim something ministries.
Yeah. So he was sharing this video. So his name is Joseph Bondacardo. I can't remember his Bondo, but I can't say the last name. But I'm going to share it. I'm going to show you. They also have a affiliation with the pastor's son and his son and Charlie. There's pictures. So he's a Ukrainian pastor as well. We'll get into that. But he did post this video.
34 U.S. military personnel to establish a 38th parallel, so we could defend religious liberty. And it's not so that this administration can imprison a pastor for nothing more than words, just like they murdered Charlie for nothing more than words. That's the freedom of speech. God bless you guys.
Wow.
That's not true. What you were doing was forcing him to break the laws in his own country, Rob. Like,
wow.
You can't just...
And you know what, babe? You saying that? It reminds me when Charlie Kirk goes, like, it's almost like, Rob McCoy keeps on going, you should come talk to my church. Well, I don't know, Rob, I'm kind of political. It's like he's just pushing and pushing and pushing the shit out of it. Come, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Because then what they're doing is they're just making up all kinds of laws, rules, and regulations. And then they go into the Bible and find a scripture that they can manipulate to fit the law they just did. And that's how they're getting around everything. But that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to look to the Bible for law, and then apply what the Bible says. They're doing it backwards so they can do whatever they want, manipulate situations, and get away with it.
So it's Good Call Ministries, and that is Elizabeth's grandfather, who's from Ukraine. He runs that ministry, Good Call Ministries.
And you're talking about Elizabeth McCoy, correct?
That's right.
Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather, Good Call Ministries.
That's correct.
Posted this.
Yes. And here is Rob McCoy. Obviously, they do the fireworks and everything for that when they come out on stage. I don't know. They got that already. I am the Korean church. This is just some pictures.
Some more I am.
Yep. I am. Oh, that is correct, babe. Good catch.
I am.
I am.
Yeah. So we've
at least what I am is.
At least done multiple streams on that already.
Yeah.
And now that same propaganda that's happening here in the West and in the United States, it's the exact same propaganda, and it's just repackaged over there.
Yeah. Guys, we are just started in this video. You just wait. This is crazy. I hope everybody shares this video, likes it, and please, this is mind-blowing. This Korea thing has everything to do with Charlie's death. Everything. If
people want to start checking into the Moonies and South Korean far-right politics, that would be interesting. And if you find any of that, throw it into the chat, please.
Sending this all to Stu. Might go on to show with Stu and Anna regarding all this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's keep going. So obviously I am, I am Charlie Kirk, I am Abraham. I am Trump. Sometimes Trump signs his letters. I am Trump. Just going to continue on. So here we got, oh, wow. We got Pastor Jack Hibbs with the son of Son from South Korea that's in prison. So praying God gives you the strength, Chance. Your dad gives you the strength and peace in his deliverance. He is faithful. So all these pastors are connected. We know that already.
But now they're all joining together to cover up for getting this guy's dad arrested. He spoke and did exactly what he was told to do. He got arrested. He went to jail. And now, at least, I have to give this up to Charlie. He made, good on his promises, and at least these sleaze bags here are making good at what Charlie promised them. That's one thing I can say that's good. They knew what they did was wrong. They knew they were going to send a guy to jail for something he shouldn't do.
Yep.
but at least they stood by what Charlie promised him. So I will give them that 1,000%.
They can't tell me in 100 years they didn't know that guy was going to go to prison. Like, come on. It's going against all, like, Korea is not the same as other countries. Come on. So we got Joseph Bondarenko. That is Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather.
Yeah.
So if you don't know about him, you can look him up. I did already lots of videos on him. He's right here. That's Elizabeth's grandfather. He runs a ministry called Good Call Ministries. Okay. He has a book too called CIA something. It's all about Russia, spies, and all that crap. You can look that up if you want as well. But we got Jack Hibbs. We got the pastor's son. Obviously, he's in prison still, and he's everywhere. This kid, he speaks fluent English as well. He's everywhere. Okay, and we got Rob McCoy. Look, all these things are connected. I'm just showing you everything as we move on. Let's see what we got next. Well, we got this. So this was obviously September 29th or 30th when he went to Korea, right? I'm not gonna play this whole video, but you guys remember this? I think everybody remembers this video, right? I'll just like go right to here, somewhere here, right here. Here we go.
그를 밀어붙였어요. 우리는 말로 기독교인들이 일어서야 하는
Monday murder. And the press called it hate speech.
그런데 그것을 언론은 혐오 발언이라고 말을 했어요.
It wasn't hate speech. They just hated his speech.
혐오 발언이 아니라 그냥 그의 말을 혐오했던 것뿐이에요.
And when they couldn't contend with him, they killed him.
그런데 그것을 더 이상 견디지 못하자 그를 죽여버렸습니다.
And he's a modern day martyr.
그는 오늘날 순교자입니다.
And I ask you as I close.
이제 말씀 마치면서 말을 할게요.
Doesn't that fit nicely now?
Korea needs freedom.
They have it
And the
already.
church is the soul of this nation. It's time to stand for truth regardless of the consequences.
한국은 이 자유가 필요합니다. 그리고 교회는 국가의 양심입니다. 그 대한민국을 지키기 위해서 기독교인들이 일어서야 합니다.
Yeah, I don't want to play the rest of that because it's disgusting, but
It's so sad.
I did. This is obviously after
sad.
when he was talking to Glenn Beck and say he was going to, on the 25th, he's flying out to South Korea. So we got that.
It's just so sad. Like, he's using the death of Charlie here to manipulate all these people into, man, a fake religion being Judeo-Christian values. They're using Charlie to do it.
Look at that
And
crowd.
all of these people here,
Look at the crowd.
I know, every single one of them can be thrown in jail if they do what he's telling them to. And I feel that's where I just really feel for the South Korean people. They're being brainwashed by, these, whatever you want to call them, these evangelicals, twisted evangelicals or Zionists, whatever the heck you want to call them.
So
these
Charlie
days.
Kirk didn't go to prison, but the person, okay, so let's say you bring somebody there to talk. So Charlie Kirk didn't go to prison. Rob McCoy didn't go to prison, but whoever's doing this shit will go to prison in Korea.
Well, that's also because they're South Korean citizens.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't believe, and I don't know international law, but if you have somebody like Rob or Charlie coming over speaking about stuff that's legal in their country, as long as you're not inciting riots, I don't know if you can actually be arrested or charged with anything because this is legal in the country you came from.
Correct.
Right. But, I like I said, I'm not an expert in international political and spiritual law. No freaking way. But the fact that they go in, they come out, they speak, nothing happens,
Yeah.
it's fine. And that's probably because they're not North or South Korean citizens.
Right.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Let me just fast forward and see what I got here. So we got Donald Trump Jr. Build Up Korea with Mina Kim in 2024. You can see the date there.
Who's Mina Kim?
She's the founder of Build Up Korea.
Okay, so she's the one who basically started this then.
Yes.
Right.
In 2023.
That's right. And then, of course, Donald Trump Jr. and Jack Posobiec come back in 2024.
Yes.
Obviously, that's the picture with, Trump Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yes. So also I have this this was the same time frame when Rob McCoy went over there. So this girl here, Mina Kim, right here. And you can see her tag there. Today I was with Pastor Rob at Grace Ministries International in Fullerton. Fullerton, sorry. The largest ministry sending church in the U.S. We prayed and declared the revival in America and the next generation. Such an honor to stand with the truth and bold in prayer and truth. Lately, God's been stirring my heart for Israel. And in his perfect timing, I met several young Messianic Jews who had just returned from serving in the army.
So there you go, guys.
Look at her shirt.
So there you go. So you go there to talk to somebody and preach them about Christianity. How do they walk out of there loving Israel?
That's what it's all about.
I'm just saying, ain't that messed up?
Guys,
let's look at this. We got, we got South Korea, we've got France, we've got the United States, all embroiled in this thing right now that we're talking about to push Judeo-Christian values onto South Korea. And they don't even care if people are thrown in jail left, right, and center.
No.
As long as the brainwashing gets out there to the masses, they're cool with it, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can see her there. She's wearing the freedom shirt, and her name is Mina Kim. Okay. You can see it all there. You guys can look it up. I'm not losing my mind here. I also just want to share my screen and show Charlie in Korea. So what did you want to say?
I just want to say, guys, you made the reference to Love and Compassion 1 about her video about faith and politics. She is in the chat now. Please go check out her video on her YouTube. It's about politics and faith.
Yes.
And they did an outstanding video on that. Please check it out.
I'm just
if you're on X, it's posted on my wall.
Guys, I've been up. I didn't sleep. I was going to tell you the honest truth. I did not sleep last night. Chris can be the teller of that. And so can Wisha. I have been up all night regarding this Korea stuff and the timeline. And, even the Macron, visiting the South Korean president on the 11th of September. Everything is giving me deep state. So allegedly. So I don't want to get I'm just going to show you something regarding a timeline right now. So give me a moment. I'm going to stop screen, share a different screen, and show you. Hello. And
here, I'm just going to hide behind the chat.
It's probably going to be on my face when we reverse it, right? So
I just realized I didn't even comb my hair. I rolled out of bed into the stream.
We haven't slept. We haven't slept.
I didn't even realize how bad I looked. I'm putting my HUD up. I didn't even.
Oh my gosh, you look great.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for letting me know I look like crap for the last hour.
So which screen should I show, babe? Podcast,
show whatever you were gonna show. I thought you said
data.
Timeline.
Yeah.
You said timeline.
I don't know which one I'm going to show first. Let me do this one. Share. Let me go back. All right, let's go. I have to bring this up a little bit clearer. Is that the second one? That's not the right one. Hold on. It's supposed to be the other one. Just give me a second, guys. I know you love me. Right? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love... Okay, so it's this one first. Okay. I wrote in here, Pastor Son got arrested after Charlie Kirk at the Build Up Korea event. Is there a possibility that Charlie Kirk got killed because of this? Give me an explanation, is what I wrote. It's what I wrote. Yes. So can you guys see that on the screen? I pulled it up closer. Guys, it's
readable. Just don't whip around too fast.
I didn't get sleep, okay? Okay, Pastor Son, there is his name, guys. Pastor Son Han Boy. I couldn't say his name.
Son Bo.
Son Han Bo.
Son Han Bo.
Son Han Bo. Got arrested right after Charlie Kirk. Got arrested right after Charlie Kirk at the Build Up Korea event. Is there a possibility that Charlie Kirk got killed because of this? Yes. There is a legitimate timeline that makes a connection worth investigating. Here we go with the timeline. He was in the September 5th to 6th, 2025. Charlie Kirk appeared at the Build Up Korea conference in Seoul. This confirms his first speaking tour in Asia. Kirk spoke about religious freedom, conservatism, and conservatism. I didn't get any sleep, guys. And political persecution. During this trip, Kirk reportedly met Pastor Son backstage privately. Will Federer, that doctor guy, who was present, he's there also, later said Kirk promised Son that if the Korean government arrested him, Kirk would contact President Trump and publicize the situation.
Well, that's what taking responsibility for your own actions is. So I'm glad you did that, Charlie.
And there's all these links here to, like, you guys can screenshot this if you want. Go ahead, babe, read the rest, because, like, I am so exhausted. I got 1 hour sleep.
Sun Han-bo was arrested, and Southern Korea authorities reports say the allegations involved election law violations connected to political activity on a YouTube video prayer service. So he did what Charlie told him to do. That's why he was arrested, because they do not have that written into their laws. Because he did that, he got now charged with election law violations. What is that going to do when these people who are over there, who are now apparently far-right Judeo-Christians in South Korea, how's that going to affect their voting now? But is that going to be a black mark on this person or the people that support them? I have no idea how that works, but I think that's interesting.
Yeah, so September 10th now?
Yeah, Charlie Kirk was fatally shot at UVU. There's 2 days after Sun's arrest and roughly 4 days after Kirk's appearance at Build Up Korea. So here we go. So what makes this theory interesting? There are several things that warrant investigation. Kirk had suddenly publicly involved in the Korean religious freedom issue. They already have free speech. They have freedom of religion. You just can't mix religion and politics.
Yep.
He allegedly made a personal commitment to his son. You should. If he potentially has to go to jail for what you're telling him to say, then you should take responsibility of that.
Take care of his son.
Yep. Federer's account is partially significant because he is the personally witnessed Charlie Kirk telling Son that he would contact Trump if Son was arrested. And
he did.
Yeah, and he did, and he should, because Trump was over there endorsing and financing the start of this in the beginning. So you got to take care of the mistakes you make, guys. All right, so where is it? This account is accurate. Kirk potentially held international political advocacy role in involving the Korean government immediately before his death.
What in the world, babe?
I'll read that again. If that account is accurate, Kirk potentially had an international political advocacy role involving the Korean government immediately before his death. All right.
Please like and share this video.
So this is looking very crazy. We got Macrones, we got South Korea.
That'll come after.
All trying to push Judeo-Christian values for our friends overseas. What a ball of crap this is becoming.
The timeline is usually compressed. The sequences: Charlie Kirk meets Son. Kirk publicly discusses persecution of Korean Christians. Son is arrested. Kirk publicly discusses persecution of Korean Christians. Son is arrested. Kirk is killed. Look, guys, I just chat GPT this, and this is what it told me. And it is a timeline, and it needs to be discussed. Hopefully somebody picks this up and shows my video somewhere. That is a real chronological pattern. But we're not accusing, okay? I'm just showing you.
Someone in the chat said that they thought Charlie went to North Korea, and I don't think he's ever been to North Korea.
No, he's been to South.
This is South Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea.
I understand what you mean, but the Mcrones did meet both. So let's just stop for a second, okay?
Well, of course they did.
All right, let's just stop. And remember what Andrew Colvitz said to Candace. It was supposed to be you, Candace.
It was supposed to
be
Mcrones, you.
The Mcrones were involved and all that shit. Greenland. There's so much shit here that we have to deep dive in. I only can do.
Want me to run through this?
Yes, please.
Where am I starting?
The major problem with the theory.
The major problem with the theory, there is currently no verified evidence showing that South Korean government, Korean intelligence, and Korean political organization or anyone connected with Son ordered or facilitate Kirk's killing. Well, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't have come from them.
No.
And there is substantial evidence pointing investigators toward the accused shooter, Tyler Robinson, including a rifle. You mean the Fed slop? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Fed slop.
Fed slop. About Fed slop. Note, Fed slop. Communications, Fed slop weapon, and a Fed slop confession. Okay. Prosecutors alleged that Tyler Robinson killed Kirk because of Fed slop and Fed slop with furries and Fed slop. That doesn't actually answer every question about whether somebody else could have been involved, but it means we shouldn't turn the South Korea timeline into a conclusion that isn't supported by evidence. Well, it sounds like Gary wrote this, or Andrew Wilson wrote this. What would actually make... So I guess in order for us to talk about it, we need a government confession from the guy who actually murdered a guy on behalf of a state of another country. That's what we need. And then we can talk about it, apparently.
It's okay.
What retards.
It's okay.
What would actually make South Korea hypothesis much stronger? I'd look for connections between Korean episode and the Utah shooting rather than simply the timing. Yeah, well, we can't even...
I have something. Keep going.
Yeah, that's so stupid. I get what they're saying. Yeah, sure. Communications between Kirk and the Korean officials after son's arrest. Kirk was
evidence.
He dead? Was he dead? The first one, was he? No, he wasn't dead. Evidence that Kirk was preparing.
No, communications between Kirk and so this was just before he died. He was communicating with Korean officials to get the son out, Pastor Son out of prison.
So yeah, but what it's saying, if we had, so what would what would actually make South Korea hypothesis much stronger? Now it's listing these examples. So that's why I'm saying, that's
why we need his phone.
Okay, babe. Sorry,
that's
guys.
why we need his phone, babe.
Okay.
Who did he fucking talk to?
Okay, I get it. Evidence that Kirk was preparing to contact Trump about Son. Well, that kind of happened, didn't it? Because all of that happened after, where they were supporting the guys who got arrested as Son. They were all supporting him, bigging him up. There's pictures. Ali just showed them. So that actually just happened. So this actual AI breakdown is actually wrong, and Ali just debunked it by showing the pictures that she just showed. So they're saying it doesn't exist because there's no evidence. You need this evidence. Ali just showed that evidence.
I got evidence.
So
I got Rob McCoy on recording.
So AI, you're wrong. We just debunked you.
It's fine.
Call messages between anyone who contacted Son and the people around Kirk. We've just showed them talking to each other in person. Travel records showing unusual movements between South Korea and U.S. Guess what? We are working on that.
We are working on that.
We are working on that. We'll bring those receipts, baby.
Yep.
Evidence that someone knew Kirk's Utah itinerary before the shooting. Everybody knew that. That's like public knowledge. Everybody knew. It was posted 2 weeks in advance. That's very weird. Financial transfers of communications connecting Korean political actors to the accused shooter. Well, who says the transaction was financial? What if the transaction was to bring Judeo-Christian values into Korea based on that? So that would be the transaction, and it wouldn't have been monetized.
Yeah.
Evidence that Robinson had contact with anyone involved in the build-up Korea, Son, Korean intelligence, and foreign political organizations. Okay. Why the hell would Robinson have connections to like the South Korean government?
There was somebody Korean there on UVU. I will get into that in a moment.
See, that sounds like something that Andrew or Gary would say. Guys, you don't have a theory unless you can connect Tyler Robinson to the person who's running South Korea. Now you're allowed to talk about it.
Any FBI evidence concerning foreign involvement? Well,
FBI is involved if you
foreign involvement, baby. You know, Joe Kent tried to they shut that down in a heartbeat.
But that's what I'm saying. Need FBI evidence involving that.
Yeah.
Well, is the FBI just going to publish a document and go, "Hey guys, my bad, we screwed up. We worked to fire Joe Kent so we couldn't expose our friends overseas for being involved in this massive cover-up involving South Korea and the Mcrones to take out Charlie over Judeo-Christian values." Like, come on, that's utterly ridiculous. Whether Kirk's communications immediately before September 10th show that the Korean issue had become an urgent concern. Well, I don't know how you qualify urgent concern, but a couple days later, Rob was right back there.
Yep.
After Charlie died, he went right back there. So to me, that might be, I don't know, urgent. Or the person you were supposed to be a mentor
15 days after.
Just freaking got shot in the most brutal political assassination in the last 100 years, besides JFK and a couple other ones. And you're wondering if you're wondering why he went over there. It's like he's cleaning up the mess that was made before Charlie died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you kind of have to do that. And that's the one point where I actually the only time I'll probably actually give some respect to these people. This is one of the only things that Charlie was dealing with when he died that they bothered to actually pursue and finish properly without mutating it, lying about it, corrupting it,
going under
twisting
the radar,
changing it. Like, this is one of the only things they actually did, which was actually straight up.
Yeah.
You put a guy in jail, well, then it's your responsibility to make sure his son is good, his family's good, and he's okay. And it looks like they might have done that.
Think about it. Charlie Kirk passes. Why does Rob McCoy go straight to Korea right away? Why? The question is the why. September 25th, 2025, Rob McCoy goes to South Korea. Why? Who coordinated that? And why? I don't think we should be doing that. What is the reason? What is the precedence of that? I think the precedence is Charlie Kirk right now, not South Korea and their freedom. I want to know why he went there. So could the South Korea son episode have been a part of the reason somebody wanted Kirk dead? And was Kirk actually killed because of it? The first reasonable investigative question given from the sequence of events. The second is not established by the evidence I found, but its strongest publicly reported evidence currently points to Robinson as usual. So my assessment, I would classify Pastor Son connection as a potential lead. Woo! A potential lead investigating, please, guys, without an accusation. This is a lead, guys. September 6th to September 8th to September 10th. The sequence is genuinely noteworthy, but we need to concrete the evidentiary bridge between Korean events and the Utah shooting before saying they were connected.
Yep. And right now, we're not saying that this killed Charlie, but what we're doing is we're showing you that there was problems over there that were caused by Charlie and his team and Donald Trump Jr. and Jack Posobiec. They started this Judeo-Christian movement over there, and it caused problems in that country. Now I typed in any ties between Emmanuel Macron. I'm sorry, guys. Candace got a threat from a foreign legion, something. Okay, so we're going to look just for fun. I look specifically for Macron, South Korea, Pastor, Son, Build Up Korea, Charlie Kirk. This is actually documented. September 5th to 6th, Kirk in Seoul. The 5th to 6th, Kirk was in Seoul, Korea, Build Up Korea Conference. Describes Seoul appearance and his broader message to conservative movements in South Korea and Japan. From Korea, he went to Japan, and then he went back to Charlie Kirk's show. September 8th, Son was arrested. This is important event theory you're examining because Son's arrest occurred shortly after Kirk's South Korea appearance. The next day, guys.
The next day,
the guy was arrested, man, after Charlie left.
Right after Charlie left, he got arrested. And on the September 9th, that Son went to jail.
Oh, sorry, it was 2 days after. My bad, guys.
No. He got detained on the 8th, and he got into jail on the 9th.
Yeah, so and Charlie was there 5 to 6. I said the day after. It's 2 days after. I'm wrong. I'm making a correction.
Okay.
I'm making a correction. It wasn't 1 day. It was 2 days.
Yeah,
my bad.
Because then after the 6th, the 7th, he was in Japan. Okay, so September 10th, Kirk gets killed. September 11th.
Here's where it gets interesting. The day after he died.
You want to read this part about Macron, please? September 11th?
Yeah, September 11th. Oh, man. Fuck, another horrible day. Macron and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung spoke. This is the interesting Macron timing. The day after Charlie dies, Macron had his first telephone conversation with a newly inaugurated South Korean President Lee. According to the South Korean Presidential Office, they discussed Korean Peninsula regional issues, UN Security Council economic strategic cooperation, and the upcoming 140th anniversary of the France-Korean diplomatic relations. And I've actually got a screenshot that I'm going to read out from my phone about that because it actually shows what they actually started talking about there and the things that they brought up. Mm-hmm. However, this official account does not mention Charlie Kirk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to. Yeah. We're just talking about Macron's being in Korea. Macron and Lee already met at the G7 summit in Canada in June 2025. We all remember that. And they subsequently continued discussions about France and South Korea strategic cooperation. I've got notes on that. Their relationship involved in areas such as defense, AI, space, nuclear energy, and other strategic technologies. Oh, now
interesting.
Now hold on, I'm going to read out more because I got a little bit more details on that.
Interesting.
Hold on.
Sorry, guys. Like we're going on fire today. We're fire.
We're scorch earthing
Fire.
this whole
Could this
freaking thing.
be deep state against Charlie Kirk? Like, allegedly.
So, a part of that meeting, core agreements and topics were technology and industry signing letters of intent to boost joint cooperation in advanced sciences, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and quantum technologies. Guys, they're going in balls deep here.
Balls deep.
Global and regional security, committed to working together to maintain security in the Strait of Hormuz, addressing economic and energy uncertainties tied to the Middle East conflicts. Energy collaborations, agreed to deepen cooperation in nuclear energy and policy strategies for global supply chain stabilization. These aren't small deals they just made the day after Charlie freaking died, guys.
No freaking way.
What the heck, man?
Absolutely not. I think we solved it. Like, I don't know. This is so deep. We're in balls deep, guys.
It's almost we'll give a summary at the end of this, but wow.
Yeah. And I stayed up. I only had 1 hour sleep because I was just like, what in the world, this timeline? What in the world is happening here? So here, Macron was also expected to visit South Korea in 2025. Although the visit ultimately did not happen, the two leaders then again met later in 2025, and Macron planned a visit for 2026. So he was there September 11th, meeting with South Korean president. So does this Macron fit into Kirk-Son timeline?
Yeah.
I'd rate the connections this way. Evidence.
Macron in the South Korean government. Strong evidence and documented. Macron and Lee Jae-myung. Strong. Documented. Macron, Korean strategic security issues. Strong. Documented. And now we got Macron, Pastor Sun Hu, no evidence. Macron, build up Korea.
No evidence.
But if this if this was going down that way, he would have 6 degrees of separation between people that were lower down the ladder who'd be fulfilling whatever was going to be happening. True. That's what you do. You don't tie a leader of a country to a small guy like, Pastor Sun.
No.
That doesn't happen. You don't have Macron getting tied to Rob McCoy. That's not going to happen. Yeah. Right? That's not going to happen, guys. All right.
So we got September 11th phone call was worth putting into the timeline because of its
proximity to Kirk's death, but proximity isn't evidence that the call concerned Kirk or Son.
How do we know? We weren't on the call. This was September 11th, right after his death. He's talking to South Korea President Macron.
So I love how they say it's not evidence that anything happened. Well, it doesn't disprove anything happened either. No, it doesn't disprove anything. Yeah. It's a data point. There's no evidence one way or another. So it's weird how they say that doesn't prove anything. Well, it doesn't disprove anything either. It's an open-ended data point that needs answers. Yeah. That needs to be answered. And it's funny because they have Macron and Kirk tied there saying no evidence found, but we all know who's had Charlie's phone from day one.
Yep.
So I'd like to know. I bet you there was so much in that probably would have linked all this crap together. Charlie's phone.
Do you remember, babe, when Erica was in the studio with them for the first time, the Charlie Kirk show? She goes, "We got so much stuff from Korea and Japan." I'm like, whoa, that's coming in my mind now. And I didn't really think so much of this pastor going to jail. I didn't think it was connected to Charlie Kirk, but it is. It's connected to Charlie Kirk. The guy went to prison because of it. So this is all freaking connected. And I'm so sorry. I'm getting so heated because we need to keep talking about this.
All right. So yeah. I say it's a good time then. Pause, stop, breathe. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll do some super chats.
That's what I was going to suggest. Let's pause here, run through some supers, take a breath.
And I'll keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to drink.
Can you get me one too, please? Some water, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. My mug is there if you need it. Okay. So, Dale, thank you so much. Hugs, Allie and Chris on the corp clock and listen mode. Never understood the Korea connection. It's funny because I worked with Danks back in September regarding this Korea stuff. So like he was doing the money thing. I was kind of doing the Rob McCoy thing. And then we kind of just left it until Rob McCoy's back with Pastor Son. He's out of prison and he's touring the U.S. under our noses, but not posting it. They were just at the White House. Go look at my ex. They were just there. That was in July, but the picture's posted in August. Why? Why are we posting a picture a month apart? It's all to just, set everything and stamp it in stuff without us knowing. Because like I've done stuff. I've showed every Pastor Sunday where Rob McCoy is. I'm like, oh, he's in Florida. Oh, he's in Kentucky. Oh, he's over there. But he's not posting. But I'm finding him. But Pastor Son was with him. And they're banking all this stuff with Pastor Son. I can't. Yeah, this is a rabbit hole, definitely. And the timeline for the Korea has a lot to do with Charlie Kirk's passing. I'm just saying that right now. Thank you. Never understood the Korea connection. Glad you're going down the rabbit hole. Love you all. I am just starting this rabbit hole. Tell you, to be honest, this is just like a bombshell. First, part 1, because I have more. Love all the Flamingo Mafia. Thank you so much, Dale. Like, I appreciate you so much. Dog nose. It's commie, Muslim, furries, of course. Yeah, of course it is. Yes. I should have put the laughter. Yeah. Please spell out pastor's name. I hear a son or Zon. It's S-O-N. I think you already saw it now because this is a little bit behind. Thank you so much for that. And Mcrone's equals Rothschilds. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yep. Yep and yep. Okay. So you had a dream about Charlie Kirk's necklace the other night. Wow. Wrong rabbit hole. No. This is important. This is really important. This was the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. He was in Korea and Japan. It's definitely needs to be discussed, especially Macron being in South Korea September 11th. It's not a wrong rabbit hole. We just need to discuss it. How about that? Yes, please. I think it's very important, exceptionally important, because that's all they're doing right now. How is it not important when Rob McCoy is with Pastor Son at the White House right now? How is it not important? We need to discuss this. Okay? We have to. Ali and Chris, God bless you. You're so valuable to us. These people are not normal. Keep exposing it. Kristen, thank you so much. Critter Casey, I appreciate you so much. You are amazing.
We love our critters. We love our critters.
We love our critters.
We love our critters. The ones that start with K and the ones that start with C. We love our critters.
We need $1 million. Of course, it comes down to how much money you can give me. Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, why can't we not talk about this? Why is nobody talking about South Korea? Why are they there? Why do they care? What's going on? It's all like every Pastor Sunday, I talk about Judeo-Christian values and the underlying stuff that's going on. It's not just that. It's a whole bunch of other things.
Oh, yeah. So
I will get into it. I'll show you the evidence. You want evidence? I'll show you evidence.
Did you talk about how the son is it the son or the father that's over there in the White House right now? Did you talk about
that? All the whole family.
Yeah, okay.
I can bring that up right now if you want me to.
Well, you should show them. If we talked about it, let's just show it quickly.
Okay, just give me a second, babe. I have a lot loaded here.
Yeah, I know. You got a bazillion things.
I got a bazillion things.
Yeah, I know.
Hold,
I'm ready for this to be like a 3 or 4 hour episode.
All right, here we go.
There we go. There you go. The whole family. Sorry we put you in jail, guys, but we'll have you at the Oval Office to make it up to you. Sorry we put you in jail.
Hold on. I don't know if that's on my screen.
Oh my goodness.
Did I bring it on the screen?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
It's okay. It's crazy.
Oh, I didn't bring it on. How come it's not going?
It's not
showing. Oh, is it not showing?
You don't have that up, babe.
Just give me 1 moment, please.
Right.
Oh, right, because I have the chat GPT on. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have it up. You got to bring it to stage.
Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. Give me 1 moment. I got to stop screen and start another one. Share screen, my entitled presentation. Here we go.
There we go.
Just give me a minute. It takes a bit. It doesn't take 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry for the delay, guys. But there we go. The entire family in the Oval Office.
He's out of prison. That's him. That's Pastor Son.
Yeah, and it's funny.
Funbo.
And it's funny because two of the people that were directly responsible for this whole thing being started in South Korea and the reason why he's in jail are right there. It happens to be Trump and Rob McCoy.
Oh, why are they there in July? Posted in August 7th. Anybody want to tell me?
And I find it interesting that they actually never posted that right away. They delayed it.
Yeah.
They delayed it, what, a month? Was it a month?
This was like, I think July 13th. Hold on. Can you hold? Yeah, July 13th, but August 7th it was posted.
So just under a month.
Yeah.
Month delay on the post.
Here we go right here. In Washington, D.C., they met with several government officials, including members of the U.S. Senate, and concluded their Washington scheduled meeting with President Donald Trump at the White House on August 7th. But I looked and I went to the Korean website and it was posted July. Okay. I don't know why the White House is saying August, and maybe they went twice and visiting the White House office about faith and religion. All these steps were not our ability, but the path opened by the prayers of the saints. We know Paula White was there.
Yeah. Please continue to pray for our freedom and the gospel of this land until the day we return and even after we return. Moving over to the one on the right. Since July 13th, Pastor Sun Han Bo and his family have been touring the United States for about a month on the invitation of the American church community, visiting churches in California, Texas, Tennessee, Maryland, Delaware, and Georgia. They share the situation of the Korean church at Calvary Chapel, Chino Hills with Pastor Jack Hibbs.
Oh, wow.
World Outreach Church, Pastor Alan Jackson. Free Chapel, Pastor, Wentez Franklin, and Vintage Church, Pastor Stephen Martin, and also made known the reality of religious freedom and the rule of law in Korea through American Christian radio and various podcasts.
And talking about the church, Pastor Stephen Martin, Vintage, Rabbi Wolicki was there as well.
Oh,
and
Vintage
he was
Church?
Yes, and he was on that tweet, the call, what do you call it, the screenshot of he's leaving the pro-Israel cause. He was on that link. So he was also at the Vintage Church. I have a picture of that.
So yeah. Stephen Martin, you're saying he was
Pastor Wolicki at the
Pastor Wolicki
was at this Vintage Church speaking.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So Pastor Wolicki was at Stephen Martin's church, and that guy is in the Charlie Kirk text message chain that says he's going to leave the pro-Israel.
Yes, he's all they're all affiliated with this freaking pastor.
Okay, slow down.
Yeah.
Chat, did you actually catch what we just said?
Sorry for
there because it's going blah, 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 and it's a lot of information. So did we get that? What's the guy's name again? Vintage Church, Pastor Stephen Martin. Who is the guy who attended that?
Wolicki.
Wolicki attended that. Now
he was at the Vintage Church on July 31st.
Yeah, and
he was in the text chain on that text message saying that Charlie Kirk was going to leave the he was in that
cause of our friends overseas.
He was in that.
So do you see how all that ties in, guys?
With this pastor's on.
All of this ties in. It's so freaking weird, guys.
Korea.
And yeah.
We're done. I'm done. You're done. You're done. You're done if you're going to tell me, no, we're not talking about this. Okay, here we go.
It still grosses me out that Rob McCoy's in the Oval Office.
He's there.
Okay, I'll read. You want me to read this out?
No, it's the same thing again here, but
you just cut it in half.
I just cut it in half, but
gotcha.
Yeah. The country of Republic of Korea, which began with prayer. There's a prayer on the ground of the founding of the country and the spirit engraved in this constitution as freedom, expression, and freedom of religion. So they are all there. He came out of prison. This is Pastor Son right here, guys. If you guys don't know, that's his son. His whole family's there. And this picture was taken with Rob McCoy. Obviously, we're missing somebody here. It would be Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk should be right here.
It's funny how they left a spot of where he should have been, eh?
They are. They're literally leaving a spot right here. That is like, when you just said that, I'm like, somebody should be here. But yeah, it looks like there's a space. Why do they leave a space here?
Why isn't that guy standing beside Rob?
This one?
Yeah.
Son?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Rob got him put in jail accidentally with Charlie. Maybe that's why he's not standing beside Rob hugging him. Oh, man.
So this is his son. That's his son.
Yeah.
So he just got out of prison February 2nd, 2026.
Yeah.
He was IMO. He wasn't, you can find Rob. November 16, 2025 was his last. He did the book tour in overseas for Stop in the Name of God.
Yep. That was
and the
with
Israel
our greatest
and the
ally.
Isaiah projects in overseas.
Yep.
And I haven't seen him ever since a deleted sermon. And I covered that. Baron covered it. And yeah, so he's been non-existent. I found him in January 2026 going overseas to accept the Lionheart Award for Charlie Kirk. Yeah. That's the first time I found him.
And he's been a busy boy ever since Charlie passed. He has been a very busy guy.
Busy. All right.
So his bank account's busy too, allegedly.
So now I got to go back because I know I was over here somewhere. Yeah, I think I was here. That's where I was last.
We passed this.
We've been following the case of South Korean pastor Yoon Bo-sun. His imprisonment has raised concerns about religious freedom in South Korea. The case recently gained more attention when his son Chance spoke in Arizona at Turning Point USA's AmFest. Asia correspondent Lucille Toulousan spoke with him following that appearance.
Where he spoke about his father's case. Pastor Yoon Bo-sun remains jailed in South Korea on election law charges and has drawn attention from the Korean administration for his stance on biblical truths.
So firstly, I would like to thank CBN News for covering my father's news when it was mostly needed. And that's when I believe a lot of Christians in the States especially starting to pick up my father's story. I think this is a great opportunity for Americans themselves to be able to realize what's at stake and what we are to do as brothers and sisters in Christ.
As a show of support, the organization Advocates for Faith and Freedom has launched a petition for a fair legal process in Pastor Son's case. Support from Americans is also growing. That includes the late Charlie Kirk, who met Pastor Son in Seoul at a conference.
My father was able to share what's happening in Korea recently, especially to the Christian leaders, including himself, and also the possibility that my father could get arrested. And in fact, my father got arrested 2 days after he met Charlie. Charlie made sure that he will use his platform and his voice to let the whole world and America know that this is happening in South Korea. And this was important for him because it was an example what would happen if we don't speak for biblical truth. 2 days after my father got arrested, Charlie got assassinated.
Although Charlie is gone, his vow to support Pastor Son was still fulfilled.
Chance, how would you like for us Christians around the world to pray for your father's case and also for your family?
Yeah, first, for my father's case, for the fairness in the legal process, for my family and myself, knowing that God has already won the battle, for the faithfulness to keep fighting the fight with strength.
A final verdict in Pastor Son's case is set for January 30. Son says his father could be released, but warns the government could detain him again as he faces 16 ongoing lawsuits and potential additional charges. Lucille Toulousan, CBN News.
16 other charges. So he did get released, but he still has other charges from what we know. Because Charlie Kirk was there when this all happened. And I'm going to share that right now on my screen. Hold on, little girl. I'm going to, yeah, I think all these, this is all connected. This is just my thumbnail. I think it's connected. Deep balls deep. Sorry. Let me pull up my first screen. Charlie Kirk's speech in Korea. I'm just going to share a bit because there's a lot of music. They play a lot of music in Korea, so I can't really show a lot. And it's in a different language, and they translate, and it's hard to show everything. Hold on. All right. Let me go here. So this would be Charlie Kirk in South Korea. Let's get the actual date so I don't like lose my mind. This was, does it say the September? Oh, they posted it after. Okay. So anyways, he was there the 5th to 6th. Okay. Just going to play a little bit here. Let's see what happens here. Hold on. Is this?
Let's not forget the words President Trump shouted as he stood up with his ears plugged. Pa pi 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 pa 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 pa. For the past 13 years, I've led Turning Point USA. I've talked to hundreds and thousands of leftists on college campuses and online. I've debated them.
So?
I've heard their arguments. So I know very well what they're talking about. Sometimes you meet communists on college campuses. There are people who actually want to live in a communist country. If I tell them, hey, I'll buy you a one-way ticket to Pyongyang, so go ahead, they'll all change their minds. What you need to be especially careful about is that globalists are pressuring you to implement mass immigration policies.
He's talking about all politics and
Thankfully, South Korea has done a pretty good job of resisting them so far.
Pause it.
He shouldn't be talking about.
You've done a pretty good job of protecting this nation, which you, as a nation, have created. You must fight to preserve it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, this is what is not allowed over there. It's illegal. You can't bridge politics and religion like this, and that's a problem. Like, if you keep it strictly about faith or strictly about politics, it's okay. But if you look back a little bit of history, South Korea's been fighting this for a little while. It's already a big problem there, and they just went over there and dumped gasoline on a fire.
And like, he's not gonna, like, Charlie Kirk's not gonna go to prison, but whoever's like hosting this is, you know. So he left. He knew that he would go to jail. He goes, I'm gonna go to jail for this. He knew that. And that's not him there. That's just a translator. I can rewind it to the beginning, which is very, very weird. There is this woman praying. This is so weird. Guys, tell me what you feel about this. She says the weirdest thing. She says something like, oh, wait, you just gotta listen to it. Hold on. Let me play it. Hold on.
That's why we're going to win.
Hold on. She prays for him somewhere here. They got the fireworks.
But no glitter suit.
There's no
fireworks.
No glitter.
They should
no glitter.
They should have had the South Korean pastor come out with a glitter suit, and then everything we witnessed in the last 10 months would have made sense.
Yeah, it's right. It's right here. I'm literally trying. So, oh my God, I think this is Mina Kim. Hold on. This is
so she's the founder, right?
This is, yeah, Build Up Korea 2025. She says something so bizarre here. Can I rewind?
What are you trying to do? That looks like it's at the very beginning of the video, sweetie.
Babe, she prays on top of him. I gotta show you this part.
Everyone, let's pray for Charlie here today that God will protect him until the end and use him to expand God's kingdom until the end.
Huh? God will protect him till the end? Well, God will use him till the end?
God will use and protect him to the end. I don't think.
Sorry?
I don't think they would have said that if they knew when his end was actually going to be.
What the heck did she just say?
That's messed up.
Let's go again.
That's weird.
Let's pray for Charlie here today that God will protect him until the end and use him to expand God's kingdom until the end.
In God's kingdom till the end. He'll protect him till the end, and then God's kingdom till the end. Why? Why are you saying that?
That's weird.
Guys, it's all in Korean, so I cannot, they have music, and I can't play the whole thing. You can watch it. You can go look up Build Up Korea right now. I thought that was weird. There's a lot of people there. More than TPUSA crowds. Let me tell you that much. Is that why they loved Charlie when Charlie came there? I have to say that, babe. They had the fireworks when he came out and everything. They had all the fireworks.
Yeah, well, Charlie liked that stuff. So it looks like they really went all out for him. And, I kind of respect that. Like at this point, Charlie was a big voice, even though some of the stuff they were doing there was extremely questionable.
Yep.
And inciting activism, which is illegal in another country.
Yep.
Oh, man.
This is a lot. So now I'm going to go to the next one I'm going to show. This is, hold on, let me check which.
Truth Folly says, Allie, when you got electrocuted, didn't you get the ability to speak Korean? Come on.
Right?
That's from Truth Folly. Truth Folly said that. And Crunk, I did check what you sent there. There's a lot there. Do me a favor, Crunk, if you got some time on your hand, check into Epirus, EPIRIS or US, and see if they're connected to any of that you found as well. That'd be interesting.
I'm going to share my screen and show, I did a whole bunch about Alan Jackson too, Mr. Pro Overseas. I got him upcoming now. I think it is Warning to the American Church. Here it is.
Is this the one with the huge flag?
This was, okay. There's a mosquito in here. This was July 29th. And we know that Pastor Rob McCoy was at Darren Taylor's place in Tennessee doing a podcast. He was everywhere. I'll tell you that much. Rob McCoy was in Tennessee for not one day. That's for sure. So this is in Tennessee. So he was there July 29th at the World Outreach Church, Alan Jackson. So let me just play this quickly. I'm not going to play all of it, obviously. I'm just showing you.
Is this the one with the flag?
No, this is the one with Pastor Son. And
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're doing,
Yep.
Here they come. Hold on.
Them to get the highest education. The congregations thought sending their pastors to America to get their master's degree and doctorates in American seminaries would be the best. And they came and were educated and indoctrinated at these liberal seminaries, came back, and the churches suffered.
Oh, maybe
the common.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It did skip. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I just was asking Allie, did that skip? It looked like it skipped a whole bunch.
It did, by the way. Sorry, thank you for telling me that.
Well, just jump. It's weird. It's either the shittiest cut in the world or...
I didn't do it.
Rob, why don't you come here?
Oh, there they are.
If you don't know, Rob McCoy was Charlie Kirk's pastor.
There they are. So Rob McCoy, Alan Jackson. This is the World Outreach Church. And this is the pastor's Son's son. This is Pastor Son. He just got out of prison February 2nd. Okay? This guy.
And he sent me a text message a few weeks back and said he had a good friend, pastor in South Korea, that was going to be in the States. And would we have any interest at all in them visiting Murfreesboro? And I said, we might have a little interest in that. So we are honored to have Pastor Soon. I'll let Rob introduce the whole family, maybe.
Well, first of all, you commented that they wore tailored suits, and I didn't wear suits so nobody would mistake me for being Korean.
What? What the heck?
So this is Pastor.
That's the weirdest joke ever. Okay.
No, your tight pants do it for us. Your little leggings.
Hold on. With tight pants like that, can he fit a rifle down there?
Oh man, maybe. I don't think
that was so weird of Rob to say. Let's go on, babe. That was so weird.
So weird. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to show a couple clips.
Yeah.
Son, S-O-N, and he is the bravest pastor in Korea. He stood in defiance of COVID, kept his church open. When they tried to implement in their government LGBTQ, transgender, all that stuff, he stood in opposition and formulated a 5 million person march in 5 major cities in Korea. And when the administration changed and the new socialist president came in, the first thing they did was put him in prison. He was there for 5 months. I'll tell you more about it later. He's been released. They're going to try to put him back in. This man is working hard, and so are all of you. We're going to keep him out, so God bless you.
They're going to try to put him back in. Did you hear that? So he does have 16 other charges. He's released, but, you know, they're making content. Talk about grifting, but they're making content right now. Okay?
That's crazy. Somebody's making content and monetizing somebody else's suffering. Wow, we've been seeing that in our own investigations recently. Crazy that it happens all over the world on bigger stages and levels.
And I showed you guys Alan Jackson and Rob McCoy. They talked about Candace Owens with a whole bunch of like overseas people in a little panel in January and February and in Kentucky. They're all traveling. But he didn't post anything. He's posting now. Now he's posting because it's been stamped, sealed, and done. That's why. Everything is done. So now we're posting. Now we're posting old videos. Okay. Okay. That's cool.
I'm not going to introduce who's next to him until I first introduce Pastor Son's wife. She is the sweetest woman. She is Peter, the gospel according to Peter, where she has a quiet and gentle spirit, which is precious in the sight of the Lord. That woman is wonderful. Next to her is Pastor Son's oldest son named Young Son. Figure that one out. And if you don't know who's next to Mrs. Son, that's Miss Kathy, who I said last time was so sweet she'd choke a hummingbird, but I've come to realize you give them diabetes.
This is so weird.
And this is the young...
You would choke a hummingbird? Who? What in the world?
You'd choke a hummingbird, but then you'd give it diabetes. I didn't even catch that properly.
Did you guys catch that? You choke a hummingbird and you might get diabetes. I can't.
Very weird, man.
This is like absolutely bizarre. I'm not playing the whole thing. I just want to listen just to the little
son. He's translating tonight. His name is Chance. So welcome them.
So basically, he's taking over what Charlie was pushing, and like what he pushed Charlie to do and got him into it, you know, to build up Korea and to bring Christian Judeo values down into Korea, and bring the political, talking into the church, because that's what he does.
Yeah, he merges politics and faith, and that's something that says literally in the Bible should never happen, ever.
Never.
So when you're literally committing heresy against a book you claim to love,
heresy,
what the heck are you doing? Like it's almost like they sent Charlie out to start all these things. Now they took him out. He's gone. And now they get to manipulate all this crap.
Yep.
Any way they want.
You guys can watch this video. It's being translated by his son. So it's going to be back and forth. You guys can watch it. It's literally on the World Outreach, a warning to American Church. You can screenshot this and watch it. It is a long video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. They talk, they translate,
6,000 people at a time.
여기에 5명만 예배를 드리라고 그랬습니다.
But they said only 5 people can go in.
설교자와 방송 촬영자를 빼면 한 명도 없는 것과 마찬가지입니다.
So basically, if it weren't me or the media team, no one would be allowed to come in to worship.
다른 종교와 사회의 모든 분야에도 행평성에 맞지 않는 일이었습니다.
It was unfair because they would open markets, spa, concerts, but the churches.
우리가 하나님께 예배드리는 것은 우리 성도의 의무고 특권입니다.
It's actually a privilege for Christians to worship God.
그래서 저희들은 인메다 간격을 떼어서 1,030명이 예배를 드리게 되었습니다.
We did social distancing, and we had more than 1,000 people to worship, not listening to the government.
정부는 모든 좌파 언론을 동원해서 우리를 공격을 했습니다.
And they used the media to attack us and target us.
그러나 우리는 예배를 중단하지 않고 계속 예배를 드렸습니다.
However, we didn't stop. We kept worshiping.
매주마다 고발을 했습니다.
Okay. So yeah,
And
you can watch that whole interview if you want. I'm going to continue on because I have a lot to talk about. Why does his forehead look like a screen with words? I don't know. I don't know. Help me, love. This Korean timeline is so important with Macron, and help me figure it out.
I just wanted to say I kind of do respect our South Korean pastor here for standing up during COVID. I do respect him for that.
I do too. I respect Rob too. He did it too.
Yeah, and for still fighting to keep his church open and to keep preaching. I do respect that. You know, like if he's preaching Judeo-Christian crap, that's another thing. But I respect his commitment to what he was doing and fighting something that we knew was kind of BS anyways. So, kudos to him.
Yep. I'm just gonna move on just a little bit, show a little bit of this clip. Just give me 1 second. This is Alan Jackson. This was 2 days ago. But I don't know when it was recorded. It wasn't recorded 2 days ago. So let me just make this big screen. What happens when the government turns against the church? Featuring Rob McCoy and Son Honbo. If you want to watch it, go follow Alan Jackson, World Outreach Church. Okay, hold on. I'll put the links all in my bio actually after I'm done. All my links.
There's been a rapid change in South Korea. So can we start by telling us what's happened?
Korea has gone through this abundance and there's apathy. And the next generation, though they want to save their country, the churches and the pastors aren't standing. They're yielding to the tyranny.
한국은 굉장히 자유로운 나라였습니다.
South Korea used to be a free country.
예배 시간에 정부를 비판했다는 것 때문에 5개월 동안 독방에 수감되었습니다.
I was in prison.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I like how they call South Korea a non-free country just because they don't want to push Judeo-Christian values. Like, I'm sorry, they're not enslaved because they don't want to push your message. They're free. They have been free for a very long time. Americans should know that. You helped free them.
Yes.
So they've been free for a while. Ever since the North Korea and South Korea war ended, they've been free.
You just can't put politics in there.
Yeah, they don't like that.
No.
And if you read the Bible, you shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Like,
and you're pushing it. Push.
I know. It's heresy and it's illegal.
Yeah.
What are you
Why
doing?
going to other countries and pushing this shit? Hold on.
They don't want
an episode like all others. I have a friend who's not new to our Culture and Christianity audience, Pastor Rob McCoy. Welcome back.
Thanks, Pastor Allen.
But you have some friends with you today. They're from a whole different part of the South.
Yeah, that's right. South Korea.
Yeah.
They are different, definitely from a different part of the South.
So introduce your guest, and then we'll put a context together for this.
All right. Well, I have Pastor Son and his son Chance. And Pastor Son is the pastor of the largest church in Busan, South Korea, which is in the South. And he is a precious brother, and you're going to learn a lot about him today.
That is awesome. And I think you've brought a video.
Yes.
That'll give us the context, help us understand.
Yeah.
Most of us are not experts on South Korean culture.
You know what? 4 years ago, I knew very little. I knew my father had served over there in the Korean War as a Lieutenant JG.
Oh.
I knew of the Korean War.
His father, so Pastor Rob McCoy's father served in the Korean War.
Shocking.
And Erica's grandfather also was a U.S. Army thing in the Korean thing. I have that here too.
Shocking.
Had been there, and I got a crash course, and I've been drinking from a fire hydrant, but I know a little bit more now.
Well, we need to know because we need to know how to pray.
Amen.
And how to respond. So is there any background they need for the video?
Yeah. So I'll talk about how Pastor Son and I met and why this became so important to me. And it was also a promise to Charlie Kirk. Charlie had been with me in Korea 4 days before he was murdered. And I had invited Charlie to come out because there was a movement called Build Up Korea, which would be the equivalent of Turning Point USA, a large conservative youth movement.
There we go.
Whoa.
So Build Up Korea is the equivalent to Turning Point USA for Korea. There we go, guys.
Wow. And they're making chapters. Build Up Korea is making chapters. Let's rewind that and get a little bit more what he just said about Turning Point USA.
Invited Charlie to come out because there was a movement called Build Up Korea, which would be the equivalent of Turning Point USA, a large conservative youth movement happening in Korea with believers, young believers. And I told Charlie, I'd been there 4 years in a row. And I said, Charlie, you got to come see this.
You got to come,
and I didn't think he'd say yes. And he did. And when he came out, I had become very close friends with Pastor Sohn. I introduced him to Pastor Sohn. And you're going to see from the video why they were threatening the arrest. And I told Charlie, Pastor Sohn is likely going to be arrested by this new administration, this new president. They're socialist and left-leaning and very anti-religious. And Charlie turned to Pastor Sohn and said, I'm not going to make promises on behalf of my government, but I'm going to do everything in my power that if you're arrested, I'm going to get eyes on it. Okay. And he did. We got back, and then that Monday, we got word that Pastor Sohn had been arrested. And I got the arrest order and all the information to Charlie, and he was going to feature it on his.
Why is he smiling? Why is he smiling? We got word that he got arrested. Why is he smiling?
Because he got to blame it on the left, right? So more left versus right crap distraction while they push in Judeo-Christian values. We're seeing it here in North America. It's running rampant in the U.S. right now. Let's push left versus right. Let's push divides, and let's keep pushing Judeo-Christian crap. They're doing it here. By the millions. They're doing it there too now, guys.
Babe, this is so much.
Cause distraction between the masses to push a religious agenda. He's telling you.
Pastor Rob McCoy's been absent all these months, and now he's coming out with this. This is just 2 days ago with, Pastor Sohn and his son and Alan Jackson. He's been doing stuff with Alan Jackson. But this podcast just came out 2 days ago. And so did the Darren Taylor one that, Barron showed me out on. I did a live stream on that one. That one too in Tennessee.
Podcast on Thursday. And of course, we know he was murdered September 10th, that Wednesday. So I was keeping a promise to a friend. And I went out and visited Pastor Sohn in prison, protested in front of the Supreme Court building and gathered pastors. And it's been a process. And the reason why Pastor Sohn's arrested, why I'm standing with him, why Charlie made a promise to him, is going to be evident in the video. And then secondly, just to let your audience know, they want to rearrest him. He's a threat to this, I want to call it a regime, but he's a problem because he stands for religious liberty and Christian values and principles. And that's it. That's it. So here's the video, and then I'll share more about him.
Okay.
I don't know if this video has music, so I might have to mute it.
The video gives us all the context.
During the COVID pandemic, the government ordered all churches to shut down. A sanctuary built for fun.
Okay.
A little bit music, yeah. A little bit. Sanctuary built 5,000 told we're told. I'll just mute it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's better just do that.
You can read it.
Declared will not. Yeah, you're going to have to pause if you want me to read those. Pastor Sohn declared we will not live like circus bears, obeying every command. We will stand for freedom of worship. You guys have that already,
You
man.
have it.
You have it. You just can't mix it with politics like Rob's talking to you about. You guys should know this. Like
What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know. I spent it's only been 24 hours and I realized that you're bucking the government and trying to push in something that's not
Why are you
okay.
acting like they don't have fucking freedom? They do.
I hate when they say that. It's like, especially since the thing which pisses me off is that we got 2 American pastors saying that they don't have freedom when America actually brought them freedom already.
Yeah.
You already did.
They have fucking freedom, so shut the fuck up.
They got freedom. That was the whole Korean War. That's why the South separated from the North.
Yeah.
And America did that. You guys freed them, man. You did it. You did it already.
God.
They are free already. You brought freedom there. You did. So what's with this, guys?
Let's keep going. And he says here, Did I miss that one part? I probably did. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, we read that.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we read that. Same thing. His voice echoed across the nation. Eventually, Sergo Church was charged and its doors were forced closed. This is all during the pandemic, so that that all makes sense. That's
Yep, that all makes
people were
sense.
going crazy about that. We all know that. We all know what that was, everybody. So
Yeah, they gathered on the lawn to worship God. So okay, that's fine.
Yeah, they talked a little bit about that. They social distanced. They made it happen.
He cried out, even in this place shut, we will worship the parks, beaches, and even the streets. Okay, that's all great and everything. I think Pastor Rob McCoy did the same thing.
Yep, good for you guys.
Good. Keep going.
Yeah, social distancing. Look at all the chairs.
That day, every major news outlet reported this on scene. So they did that with Rob McCoy as well. The government threatened to permanently close the church. But nationwide, churches' outrage and solidarity rose up. Within just 3 days, the government reversed its decision and worship was once again allowed across the nation.
And I agree with that.
That's
BS closing that all down because of the pandemic. I believe good job, guys. That was awesome. That was great. I totally support that. I think Allie does. I'm pretty sure you guys in the chat.
Man, I couldn't my mom. I couldn't even see my mom in the hospital. My mom died during COVID, and so did his mom as well. So I agree. I
couldn't say goodbye to my mother. She died in the hospital during COVID.
Never gonna forget that.
The hospital didn't even let my brother come in. I went in a couple times. I learned the security procedures of the hospital, and then I snuck my brother into the hospital, snuck him up 10 floors so he could say goodbye to our mom.
So I agree with all this stuff. Keep going. Later came another threat, anti-discrimination bill seeking to legalize that word, about to pass the National Assembly. I don't want to say that word. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
Whatever. I don't have an opinion on that. I don't swing that way, but whatever.
I'm not going to say it though.
Yeah.
Okay, and keep going because it has music, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pastor Son Hanbu and Sergio Church made a tearful appeal to churches across the nation. So look how big his church is. It's kind of like, it gives me a real Jack Hibbs Live Network vibes.
Well, they got a full jib.
Yeah.
And for people who don't know what a jib is, it's a crane camera.
Yeah.
To have those in churches, only the biggest churches get those.
It is that he has the biggest churches there. So
yeah, because
that's why Rob's all up his ass.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
Well, if you want to poison a nation, start with the biggest church, right?
Yeah. So Pastor Son Hanbo, Sergio Truth made a tearful. Yeah, I already said that.
Appeal to the churches across the nation. The appeal spread swiftly across the nation, and most denominations of churches stood together in response.
Okay.
Is this all during COVID? Oh, sorry, pandemic. Right? Was this
on October 27, 2024? 1 million Christians filled 20 kilometers down the Seoul, praising, worshiping. Wow.
Good.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Great. No, that's amazing. And it's all legal. So go for it.
Look how many people, babe.
That's amazing. That I actually like to see. Good job, guys. Great drone shot, too. Great job.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
See, I actually really love all this. This is actually great.
Yeah, this is great. This is all in from 2020 to 2024. Together, they surrounded the National Assembly in prayer.
Wow, good job. Crazy.
Wow. From that day forward, no political force in Korea has declared to revive the bill.
Well, and you should be able to practice your religion.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then came Save Korea movement, which kind of involved Donald Jr. Trump and the Mina. They started the Build Up Korea in 2023. It's kind of in the same timeline. Led by the Democratic Party, led by pro-North leftists who still control the assembly, attempted to impeach more than 30 times, and in the end, even removed the president. Wow.
Yeah, I heard the president was impeached. And I just want to say what up to Michael V in the chat. What up,
Michael V. In response, Pastor Son and others formed a nationwide movement to defend freedom and democracy.
You have freedom, you have democracy.
Don't bring politics in it.
Yeah, like, okay, this isn't the way you actually change stuff, I guess. Like if you wanna merge your politics and your religion, which is horrible and you shouldn't do it, and it's actually very unreligious. But if you want to go against the Bible's teachings and do this anyways, do it through legal voting and change your laws. Because otherwise all of this is illegal, man. And I hate to point it out, but it's true, it is.
February 1st, 2025, Busan.
Yeah, in Busan.
Yep. That's where his church is. Wow,
Crazy.
look at all the people. Holy crap. That's a lot of people. February 8th, 2025. I can't even say that word. Daegu.
Daegu.
Keep going. It's February 15th, 2025. Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
Keep going. Look at all the people. Look at this. Daejeon. February 22nd. March 1st, 2025. Seoul. We're getting close to Charlie Kirk now. Okay? Getting close. Week after week, hundreds and thousands gathered in each city, crying out for the freedom and praying for God to protect the church, to protect the nation and the church. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong.
I don't know
with
who
praying.
edited this video. It's probably Alan Jackson and Rob McCoy. 70% were conservative Christians and 30% were ordinary conservative citizens.
Right on.
But when the president was impeached, the government began open persecution. On the first day, the presidential election at dawn, authorities raided Sergio's church. They raided his church, Sergio's church, which is Pastor Son, seizing Pastor Son's office, study, and even his cell phone.
That's what happens when you do something illegal, right? It seems like when the government switched over, you had one government who was sort of just letting it all slide, right?
Yeah.
And the other government that replaced it, I guess they were on the left, but they were following what was actually legally correct. So
yeah, to this day, left-wing media ceaselessly attacks Sergio's church and Pastor Son, making distortion and their daily work. Can keep going. I can't play it. Has music to this from the days of COVID. This is just a video they're playing. I was gonna probably fast forward, and he's gonna come talk soon in a minute. I'll just let it play. His church is not stopping. Freedom of worship, defense, liberty, democracy.
You have all that already.
And continue to stand. To this day, always. Here we go. How come I can't hear them? Oh,
Because you have the volume down, baby.
Here we go.
It's an honor to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
네, 감사합니다.
네, thank you so much for having us once again.
I've been to Korea a number of times, and it's taken me this long to memorize one word, 감사합니다. It means thank you.
Well, Chance is going to interpret for us because my Korean is a little weak.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we start, what I've been aware of South Korea is the world's largest church, a thriving Christian community, a beacon of capitalism, in a part of the world where that's not celebrated. And there's been a rapid change in South Korea.
Yeah.
So can we start by telling us what's happened? And
if you don't mind, I'll go even a little bit further back, just to give you an overview of why this nation's so important to America.
Yes.
So Korea was part of the Imperial Japanese Empire, and they were slaves to the Imperial Japanese. Of course, the United States secured and won World War II, defeated the Japanese, and Korea, while under occupation of the Imperial Japanese Empire, they had American missionaries come and share the Lord with them. And they have a cemetery to American missionaries who codified their language, and it rapidly grew. And these pastors and Korean Christians stood in defiance to the Imperial Japanese and faced all kinds of persecution. So then Japan falls, America's victorious, and they become a nation in 1948, August of 1948.
There we go.
Then in September of
Freedom,
48, North Korea, influenced by the communists, by Russia, then becomes North Korea. And as we know, shortly after that, the Korean War occurred, where the North Koreans and the Chinese invaded the South. And our soldiers who had just fought in World War II came back online under General MacArthur and fought valiantly. We lost 36,540 U.S. military personnel, and we established the 38th parallel. The 38th parallel divides both North and South. And at the 38th parallel south is all the rocky coastlands. From the 38th parallel north is all the fertile farmland. So the North got all the farmland, the South got all the rocky coastline. But the South got freedom, and the North got communism. They were both the poorest nations.
You're going to say it right there.
South got freedom from out of Rob McCoy's mouth. So why the fuck did 2 years later he go and rip off a shirt and say Korea needs freedom when you just said America gave them freedom twice in a row?
So why do they need freedom? Shall I play the video of you saying that they need freedom?
Twice in a row.
So you're saying that he just said that?
He just said that twice in a row. America gave Korea freedom.
So the North got all the farmland, the South got all the rocky coastline. But the South got freedom.
Oh,
So
I'll pause it right there. The South got freedom.
So
why are you trying to give them more freedom?
They already got freedom. You can't give somebody something they already have. So if you're trying to say that, that's a lie. That's manipulation.
What the fuck?
So just so people understand, after World War II, Japan was defeated. You know, A-bombs dropped, boom, Japan surrenders, right? Korea is now free. Free. Now, he talked about the Korean War. And that's where we had some Asian allies trying to take over and consolidate power in Korea. Then they were freed again. They actually weren't taken over. They were fighting for their own freedom. So after World War II, they've been free, and actually freed twice by Americans. In World War II, it might have been maybe a coalition of allies, but the Korean War, that was Americans, baby. They did that. He was true.
Yeah.
What he said was true. That part was true.
Yeah.
America did bring freedom. They did. So they got it. So now what are you selling them? They already got freedom. You gave it to them twice just to make sure they had freedom.
They're selling them this. This.
Oh, yeah.
This is what he's selling them.
Skinny jeans?
He worked him very, very hard.
굉장히 어렵게 많은 고생을
This is what he's
시켰습니다.
selling.
There would be times that my son would be in a parking lot for 5 hours while Charlie was in with the president working on the cabinet for the United States.
찰리가 내각에서 대통령을 만나고 있을 때 제 아들은 주차장에서 5시간 정도 계속 기다려야 됐습니다.
He would call me and say, "Dad, I just don't feel like I'm doing anything." I said, "You're serving a very important man."
저한테 전화가 와서 아들이 전화 와서 도대체 내가 지금 뭐 하고 있는지 모르겠어요. 내가 과연 이 나라를 잘 섬기고 있는지 모르겠습니다라고 전화가 왔어요. 제가 그렇게 말했습니다. 너가 지금 위대한 종을 섬기고 있다.
And all while he was serving Charlie, he learned about Charlie.
찰리를 그 오랜 기간 동안에 찰리를 시종을 들면서 찰리에 대해서 많은 것을 배우게 되었습니다.
Now at 23, he's prepared to lead.
그리고 23살인 지금 이제는 그 역할을 감당할 수 있게 되었습니다.
All of you are the same way.
여러분도 마찬가지입니다.
You serve Jesus. You don't serve Charlie. He just said that Mikey McCoy served Charlie.
Well, if you're real Christians, you're supposed to serve Jesus. I guess that's telling.
What the
if
heck?
you're willing to serve a person.
And remember, in his video just 2 days ago, South Korea has freedom. So now he's coming here September 25th, 2025, after Charlie Kirk passed. He's saying Korea needs freedom. Look at this.
That's crazy because he already said
I know this message is heavy.
이 말씀이 상당히 무거운 것 같아요.
It needs to be.
그럴 만합니다.
The pastors of South Korea must wake up.
이 땅의 목사님들이 일어서야 됩니다. 깨어나셔야 됩니다.
The Christians of South Korea must awaken.
이 땅의 기독교인들이 깨어나야 됩니다.
These young people deserve a future, and we must fight for that.
이 많은 청소년들이 더 나은 미래를 받을 자격이 있습니다. 우리가 그것을 위해서 싸워야 됩니다.
For all the liberal press, don't misrepresent my words. You know you're a liar.
여기에 계신 언론사 여러분, 거짓말하지 마십시오. 제 말을 왜곡하지 마십시오.
When I say you need to fight for this, I don't fight like the left does. I don't use weapons.
여기에서 싸워야 된다고 하는 말은
My friend Charlie
좌파들처럼
Kirk
싸우는 게 아닙니다.
use nothing more than words.
말을 통해서 싸우는 것입니다. 무기를 사용하는 것이 아닙니다.
And the press in this country called him an extremist.
Brainwashing.
You gave him every label.
그런데 이 땅의 언론들이 어떻게 말하나요? 극우라고, 급진적인 사람이라고 말을 합니다.
And it wasn't the young man that pulled the trigger. It was all of you who loaded the gun by your lies.
그 찰리 커크를 죽였던 그 암살자가 총을 쐈을지는 몰라도 그 총알을 넣은 사람.
Did you hear what he just said? Oh.
넣은 사람들은 바로 언론인 여러분입니다.
And you know they're lies because you changed the way you report now about Charlie Kirk. You don't use those adjectives.
지금은 더 이상 찰리 커크한테 극우라는 말을 쓰지는 않더라고요. 거짓말이었다는 것을 증명하는 것이죠.
We fight with words.
우리는 말로 싸우는 것입니다.
We fight with truth.
우리는 진리로 싸우는 것입니다.
We love our enemy.
우리는 원수들을 사랑합니다.
Charlie would bring them to the front and he would let them speak first. He was civil.
찰리는 굉장히 시민적으로 대했어요. 모든 적대하는 사람들을 앞으로 초대해서 먼저 말을 하겠습니다.
He stood for the freedom of speech.
언론의 자유, 표현의 자유를 위해서 싸웠습니다.
And the press called it hate speech.
그런데 그것을 언론은 혐오 발언이라고 말을 했어요.
It wasn't hate speech. They just hated his speech.
혐오 발언이 아니라 그냥 그의 말을 혐오했던 것뿐이에요.
When they couldn't contend with him, they killed him.
그런데 그것을 더 이상 견디지 못하자 그를 죽여버렸습니다.
And he's a modern day martyr.
Oh,
그는 오늘날 순교자입니다.
And I ask you as I close.
이제 말씀 마치면서 말을 할게요.
Strip it out. Strip it out. He looks scared. He looks really scared. He's like, what the heck did he just do? Korea has freedom. You just said it in Alan Jackson's video. So what the heck is this? Manipulation.
Korea needs freedom.
No.
And the church is the soul of this nation. It's time to stand for truth regardless of the consequences.
한국은 이 자유가
regardless of the consequences.
Right. So in other words, please, all of you guys, go to jail for Judeo-Christian values. We'd really, really love that. Please, guys, I'm going to sell you some slop. I just want you to push it to everybody you can in your congregations. Let's just destroy Christianity and replace it with Judeo-Christianity and just go to jail for us, will you guys?
Yep.
Come on, let's just go to jail for our friends overseas fake religion.
Do
it now.
I mean, that's not the first time he took his clothes off. Like he did it. He did it during COVID too. I think I played that yesterday. So yeah, that's just a small clip of that. We can move on. What do I have next here?
If I watch him take off his shirt again, I might get COVID.
Babe. Okay, let's move on because I played that. So let's go on here. I'll show you guys this. September 16th, South Korea. It just gives you the rundown of what happened here. He violated public election laws. He was arrested. Little information has been given to the public. But Pastor Son, who was arrested September 8th, and then he went to jail 9th, is facing charges for allegedly interviewing an election candidate, Jeon Sung-yoon, during the church service where Charlie Kirk was, uploading a video of conversation to social media. He also allegations of holding a prayer service for victory. We must vote for the right-wing candidate to truly establish God's kingdom.
And that's illegal in that country. It's illegal, guys. Here.
Yeah. No, I got it, babe.
You got it?
I'm showing it.
All right.
Yeah.
We've said it 1,000 times, but we've only read it out. We actually haven't shown it.
And Pastor Son has been active contending against the government outreach. Anyways, you can all read this. I'm just having a little bit of context here. Hold on. So Chris, so we talk about the person who, is this the one? Oh, here, the article freedom of expression, Article 21. Freedom of expression.
Yeah, and what was the one? I got to back out on my phone and go in somewhere else and look at my screen.
All citizens shall enjoy freedom freedom of speech and press, and freedom of assembly and association. Licensing or censorship of speech and press and licensing of assembly and association shall not be recognized. The standards of news and service and broadcast facilities and matters necessary to ensure the functions of newspapers shall be determined by act. Neither speech nor press shall violate the honor of rights of other persons nor undermine public morals or social ethics. Should speech or the press violate the honor of rights or persons, claims may be made for the damage resulting therefrom. The Constitution of the Republic of Korea guarantees freedom of religion and speech.
So they have all this, guys.
Do you see that here?
They have freedom. They have freedom of speech.
What are you doing, Rob?
This is all lies.
Lies.
They're selling lies like there's some kind of enslaved nation.
Do you see that?
They're not. They are not.
Sorry, I had the comments up, but you guys read that bottom part there? Read it. The Constitution of the Republic of Korea guarantees freedom of religion and speech while strictly separating church and state and prohibiting political
discrimination based on religious beliefs. So like if somebody's like, I'm there and I believe in Judaism, you can't target them about it. They go, I'm there. Hi, I'm running for Congress. I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
You can't say anything bad about them. But what you can't do is then go take your religious beliefs and spew them out in a political setting.
Exactly.
That's where they draw the line.
Exactly.
So you're free.
Yeah.
They just have a strong boundary between politics and religion, and it should be respected.
Yeah.
Like, they might be doing it a little backwards, but you can't just change that overnight, right? No. Like they should be leaning from the Bible first before political, but their laws are there. You respect the laws. And what you got to do is now change the laws, right? You can't just send thousands of people one after another to be jailed. That's not going to solve the problem. That's going to create political unrest, especially if you're over there trying to incite right versus left violence. You're just causing the same problem in South Korea that we already have in Western civilization.
So
like what the heck?
Showed you all the laws. They already have freedom of speech. So like Rob McCoy is there right at 15 days after he passed, stripping, saying, Korea needs freedom.
They've got freedom, man.
And this is just, one of those flyers showing that Charlie Kirk was there.
Yeah, of course you see Posobic's there.
Yep.
Federer's there. McCoy's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Federer is here, yeah.
Yeah.
Maureen Bannon.
Yeah, Maureen Bannon, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not surprised there, right, everybody?
She's the founder of Build Up Korea.
Yep.
I boarded a quite long flight from Los Angeles all the way to Seoul, South Korea. I was there to first speak at an event called Build Up Korea. But the thing that was the most striking, and it connects with the news today in America, is what happens when you walk outside of your hotel in South Korea. There's no bums. There's no people asking you for money. They don't really put up with graffiti at all. Everything is clean, orderly. They take pride and responsibility over their public spaces. It shows that we in America have actually put up with stuff we shouldn't. Yeah. Now, the left say, well, gun laws are why Asia is so safe. How does the left then explain the no muggings, the no stabbings, the no graffiti, the no homeless, and the no bums? The amount of filth, crime, and violence that we put up is insane.
Anyways, he really liked Korea.
Yeah, and he's right. And, I would even take what Charlie said one step further. It's not just the U.S.
No.
Like we see that in all of Western civilization. Like I'm pretty well traveled, man. Like, so, it's the same in the U.S. That's the same in Canada. It's the same in Britain. It's the same in France. It's the same in Spain. It's the same in Italy. It's the same in Germany. It's the same in Austria. I've been to all those places myself, and I've seen it all with my own eyes.
Yeah.
It's the same all over the Western world. So I totally agree with what Charlie said.
Yeah.
And if that's the way they've got it going on in South Korea, well, then congrats to them because you're doing it better than all of us are.
So this is South Korea's president, and this is obviously North Korea's president. We all know about him. Just showing you. Just keep going on here. So Here is Son's son. Here we keep going. He also, after that trip, he went to Japan. So right after the 5th and 6th, he flew to Japan. This timeline is very important. I'm stressing that, right? So yes, I checked the Japanese party zone records. Charlie Kirk's Japan trip, September 7th, Tokyo, Japan. Kirk appeared at San Senito Symposium in Tokyo, approximately 2:30 to 7:15 p.m. The event officially advertised, grasping the trends of anti-globalism. So he was there after. And after he came back to Charlie Kirk show, he started talking about Pastor Son.
Yes.
Yes. So
which makes sense.
Here we go with the build up Korea. We build up Korea. We are building it. We are building because we know Erica's building. We are building. We're building here. So we got building up Korea. And if you go there, here's the goal: 500,000. Okay, you can donate now.
Not doing it.
Here is their Instagram. Okay, Korea, Georgia, California. Support us now. New chapters now.
Oh, more chapters. Got it.
Yeah. So then they're using his picture, obviously, to, keep it going.
Was he passed at that point when that was released?
Yes.
So he was dead. And they're using then that picture with his face on it to raise 500 grand. Is that correct?
Yes.
So they're going to grift off his face to raise $500,000. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, because she's like $1 million in under or something. That's what Glenn Beck said in the beginning. Yeah. Min Kim. Oh, I love her. Love her. Gonna support her.
Shocking.
So, yeah, we just got the church connection. South Korea's evangelical churches have been political actors mobilizing congregations on everything from anti-communism to protests against progressive presidents. Build Up Korea drew on that base of energy. Kirk's Bible-centered speeches in urging youth to put faith at the center of life fit naturally into this landscape. To many in this audience, he was not a foreign import, but a mirror of their own pastors, now amplified into international stage.
I would love to have seen what Charlie could have did in South Korea without all these slime balls around him.
Yeah.
Like without, Prosobic and Trump and McCoy and all these slime balls. I would love to have seen what Charlie would have been able to accomplish there. But as far as what I'm seeing, what he was starting there has already been manipulated and twisted so bad. It's sad.
And here we have Bill Federer and Rob McCoy. They were in Korea there.
Shocking.
Stop the steal. And then this guy did a TikTok video. I thought it was
What the fuck is this?
We're gonna do a Korean way of prayer for you. It's called a praying out loud praying. We would want to do that to you and bless you today. 기도하시겠습니다. 주여!
Why? Praying for the end.
Heavenly Father, thank you for sending your warrior to Korea. I lift up Charlie, the leader you have raised up in America to wake up next generation. May he remember Korea in every step he takes, and may you protect him, Lord. In the name of Jesus. 예수님의 이름으로 기도했습니다. 아멘.
So that was something called Build Up Korea, and it happened on September 5th and 6th. I want you to remember those dates for later. And they had people like Charlie Kirk, Trump advisor Alex Bruzewitz, and Maureen Bannon, who's the CEO of War Room Talk. And it was about emphasizing the importance of national identity and values. And it makes sense. The young men of South Korea heavily skew conservative. The exit polls after the most recent elections, where they elected in the Democratic President Lee Jae-myung after impeaching their last president, show that men in their 20s by 74% are conservative leaning, and over 60% of men in their 30s are conservative leaning, and South Korean women in the same age brackets are just left of center, which makes sense when you see that the majority of the people in attendance are young Korean men. But notice that American flag up top, and remember when I said to remember the date September 5th and 6th? This moment with Charlie Kirk was on September 6th, but you know what else happened on September 5th? The Hyundai plant raid. While America literally kidnapped Korean citizens because they were like, we don't like your kind around here, these people were like, go America! And let's look up to the same people who view all of South Korea essentially as a moneymaker for themselves. Look, I love being Korean, but sometimes, like, what the fuck is this shit?
What the fuck is this shit?
There we
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
So there's
ETCHASKEJ. Great TikTok video.
and there we go. There's a take from a Korean,
Yeah.
on what's going on in South Korea.
Yeah. What the fuck is this shit?
And his first words were, "What the fuck?
What the fuck is this shit?
What are you doing to my people and my country?"
What is going on in this world? And as we go on, here's Bill Federer. He's like, he's working with the kids here. He's doing, he's doing a map. What is he drawing? Oh my gosh. This is September 10th.
I think they're drawing pizza slices. So they're like, you can put one person there, one person there, one person there.
Is that a pizza slice?
And then we'll all meet in the middle with like a Lady in a Tramp style
my
thing
God.
with a pizza slice.
Is that a pizza slice?
I'm totally kidding. I have no idea what it is.
What is this?
I have no idea. Age of Enlightenment. God. That's
Distant.
what.
Yeah.
Age of Enlightenment. That's what it says.
No. And then I don't know what that says. Something revolution.
Oh, they're
No,
going
but-
through. I think they're going through a Christian timeline. 1660, the Age of Enlightenment. 1789, something revolution.
Oh, right. The dates at the top.
Can't see all of it, but those are the two things there. Age of Enlightenment was in 1660, 1789.
Yeah.
Was the Freemen Revolution?
Looks like it. Yeah.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. Gotta look it up. Go look it up. I told you guys I
Freeman
need help in
Revolution?
I need help in the chat. I told you guys this already. So obviously we've seen this. This is something I brought up earlier. Rob McCoy is with Pastor Son. He's been released February 2nd of 2026 from prison. He went to prison when Charlie Kirk came to build up Korea. He told Charlie, "I'm going to go to prison for this," and he did. And that was the timeline, which I said was very important, from the 6th, 5th, 6th, 7, 8. And then he went to prison. And Charlie Kirk said he would contact Trump. He would contact Secretary of State to get him out. Do everything he can. But then he died. And then Pastor Rob McCoy took over. I'm just saying, this is important. I'm just saying. We already went over this. Yeah,
we went over this.
Look where they've been touring.
Oh, they've been busy.
Since July 13th. This is when the picture was taken. It was posted August 7th, but this picture was taken because I looked on the Korean website. It was taken July 13th. Pastor Son Honbo and his family have been touring the United States for about a month. Visiting churches like California, Texas, Tennessee, Maryland, Delaware, Georgia. They have shared situations of Korean church at Calvary Chapel, Chino Hills, Jack Hibbs, World Outreach, Alan Jackson, Free Chapel. Don't know that guy. Vintage, I know. Pastor Stephen Martin. Which Wolicki was there. Also made Wolicki, yeah. So this is recent. Look at him. Who's here? How come this is supposed to be Charlie right here?
Yeah, I know. We talked about that.
Yeah, we're just gonna I just recapping.
Yep.
So here we go. Here, if you want to read this, this is Laura Loomer.
Shocking. I'm pretty sure this will really make me feel intelligent.
Yeah. Thanks for Wisha helped me with these two things. Thank you.
All right. So Laura's trash talking Tucker and his brother. If Tucker and his brother are going to be advisors to JD Vance in 2028, then we are in big trouble as a party. You already are, you brain dead. A lot of people are going to have, Buckley frequently posts in support of H-Man and said last week that under Trump, the USA is, North Korea. Yeah, that's a strong statement by Loomer there. Tucker's alcoholic brother, good luck getting GOP base on board with this in 2028. Totally unhinged. Everything that's been happening for the last 10 months has been totally unhinged, especially almost everything that comes out of Loomer's mouth.
Yep.
Larry, take it easy, will you?
Take it easy.
Take it easy, Larry.
And Donald J. Trump, South Korea, has agreed to pay the USA $350 billion. Read it.
Oh man. So guys, now Trump's
Read it.
blackmailing countries. This is fucking gross. I didn't even know this was here. South Korea has agreed to pay the United States $350 billion to lower tariffs.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm sorry for swearing, guys, but what the heck is that? That's extortion. All right. Allegedly, they have agreed to buy our oil and gas in vast quantities. Well, you don't have any oil and gas because of the Strait of Hormuz being closed because you started a war there. So what oil and gas are you giving them? South Korean companies and businessmen will exceed $600 billion. Our military alliance is stronger than ever before. And based on that, I have given them approval to build a nuclear power submarine. Okay, Trump. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm going to literally destroy that lie right now. They already have the ability to build nuclear power submarines. Do you want to know why we know this, guys? Being Canadian, we were just trying to negotiate to buy some from them. We know that. It was in our news. So
more info.
They can already build nuclear submarines. And what the heck is that?
I know Candace is going live, but this is so effing important.
She's been live for 20 minutes.
No, she just started now. I understand she's going live, but this is really important. She's not covering the South Korea shit, and she should be.
If you want to go to Candace, go to Candace.
Go ahead. Go to Candace's, please. I literally need to finish this. Because like Macron, this whole thing with the timeline with Charlie and hit that pastor's going to prison. This has a lot to do with everything, guys. Everything.
So we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
If you guys got to go and go see Candace, go see Candace.
More info on Macron deal on the September 11th. I do have it. Yeah.
Yes, we do. We haven't got there yet. Like we said, this is a massive stream we're doing.
I probably have to do a part 2.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Move on.
All right.
I was just going to finish reading the last page, but it's okay. Oh, we popped
you want me to read it?
No, okay. Don't worry about it. Forget it. We talked about this. You brought this up.
We did. I'm just putting a picture to it. That's all.
Yeah.
Just a picture to it. Here is, does Macron fit into the Kirk's Son timeline? I'd rate the connection this way. Macron, South Korean government, strong. Macron, Lee Jae-myung, who is the president of South Korea, strong. He was documented to be in there September 11th, a day after Charlie Kirk's death. Macron, Korean strategic, strong. Macron, Pastor Son, no evidence. Of course, there's no evidence. Well, we're not going to put that out there, right? Macron, build up Korea, no evidence. Macron, Charlie Kirk, no evidence. Macron, killing, no evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
But there's also other things I'm going to bring up in my next live stream about Macron regarding Charlie Kirk. That'll be a different live stream. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll do it in a different live stream.
Yeah. So I just wanted to go over about the connections that Ali just mentioned about the Macron connections with Jae Ling-mung. Oh, sorry, you just switched that. I can't read now.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were going to read that.
Yeah, I am reading. So Macron, I'm just going to add some more to what Ali was just talking about the Macron ties with Korean strategic security issues, Korean government, and that. So I already read this out earlier, but since we're back on this, I'm going to read it out again. The core agreements of the topics that they met when they were at the summit together, you can see in the picture that Ali is providing. Some of those core topics included technology and industry. They signed letters of intent to boost joint cooperation in advanced science, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and quantum mechanics and technologies. They also agreed on global and regional security. They committed to working together to maintain security while the issues are going on in the Strait of Hormuz, addressing economic and energy uncertainties. And here's a big one as well. Energy collaboration agreed to deeper cooperation in nuclear energy and policy strategies for global supply chain stabilization. And there's tons of documents on this, but we're just pulling up just the quick stuff to try to give you the information in a short and a concise way.
Yeah, we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg with this timeline with September 5th to the 10th. We are just hitting the timeline. The Korea, Macron. What is going on? Please.
Just want to say what up to Keats.
Keats, Thank you so much. Member for 3 months. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate you. Keats is all over the place. If you're not following him, you should. Sorry, I forgot to put the comments up on stage. Yeah, so this timeline is actually, babe, it's like giving me vibes. Like, seriously. So I'm going to actually pull up my other screen in a second before I finish this one. Now, remember Candace said a foreign legion was going to take her out, right? Remember that? And you remember all the stuff about the Mcrones and her involvement, and even Charlie Kirk got involved with that. I'm just saying, like, don't let that out of your sight right now with him.
And just remember, Candace was doing all the stuff with the Macrones right up until Charlie died.
This is important.
She was covering all of that stuff and wrapped up in that massive battle.
It's like a deep state.
Right up until Charlie died, guys.
Seriously. I just don't want everybody just to go overseas. Like, we got to put us all together here.
Well,
like I'm just showing you what the timeline shows us. I'm not implicating anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
just showing timelines.
And you want to know what? It's actually looking like everyone's doing the dirty work for the Friends overseas. They're all pushing their agenda. So maybe there's a chance that they actually didn't have a direct link with what happened to Charlie, and they just sat back, picking their nose overseas, pulling strings, and getting their puppets to do the dance for them.
Mm-hmm. So now let's go to the next one. What do I have next? Oh, you also put this. The South Korea far right is on the rise with MAGA's movement backing.
Yeah, so that's what we've been talking about pretty much for the last 3 hours, but we didn't actually show something that actually said it. And that's what that is.
Yeah.
There. Do you mind bringing that back up?
Yes, baby, I will.
Please and thank you, sweetheart, so I can read it. South Korea's far right is on the rise. Far right, which is oddly what they're calling all of us right now. Apparently we're far right, but it's the far right that's calling us the far right, which is messed up. So anyways,
really messed
with
up.
The far right is on the rise, backed by MAGA. Backed by MAGA. The retail tycoon who owns Starbucks Korea is a longtime friend of Donald Trump, who is stoking the country's far right. So that he's basically part of the problem here.
Yeah.
They've had some serious issues with politics and religion going back the last couple of years, as we've already talked about on this stream. And look who's like literally dumping gas on the fire. Shocking, isn't it, everybody?
Charlie just drinks Starbucks all the time.
Isn't this shocking, guys? So protesters hold placards reading "Boycott Starbucks." So they realize that this guy is connected to Trump, and they're trying to boycott it. Do you believe that, guys?
Holy shit.
So this is happening in front of the Starbucks Korea headquarters in Seoul, and this was taken this year, guys.
July 18th, 2026.
This is taken this year. So that photo was taken in July. Go back.
Oh, sorry.
The write-up was done on May 23rd. So if that bar drops down, you can see the write-up right there.
You have to wait for it to go.
Yeah. So the write-up was done on, there you go. It's fine. So the write-up was done on May 23rd. This article was done July 18th, both this year.
Yes. Sorry. That when I touch the screen,
That's
it comes
fine.
up.
That's fine.
And as we continue, what he's doing now. Oh, by the way, Keats.
Holy smokes. I missed that. I was rambling like an idiot and not watching what Keats was doing.
Thank you so much, Keats.
Thank you so much, Keats, for sending those 5 Alley Top Files memberships. I'll look at it. Syscode PR received one. Regina Carroll, Whack Abstracts, just basing around 916. And Wendy Leonard, you received the gifted memberships from Keats.
Somebody said this is so confusing. I know. I feel you. Thank you, Keats, for the membership again. Thank you so much. We just got to remember where Charlie was, and who was pushing him to go there, which was Rob McCoy. Rob McCoy was pushing Charlie.
We can give a summary when we're done. Maybe.
When we're done, like Rob McCoy was pushing Charlie to go to South Korea for Build Up Korea, which is like now becoming like the TPUSA of Korea. Okay, pushing like all this Judeo-Christian down there, but adding political into their sermons, which is not allowed in Korea.
It's illegal there.
One of their pastors went to prison. While Charlie Kirk was there, he left and he went to prison because, like, literally,
he was following what he was being told to do by Charlie and Rob and all these people.
Yeah.
So they're causing.
It's just a timeline. It's a timeline.
It's causing political strife there.
Yes.
Like Trump, as you just saw from the last. Forget it. We'll go through the whole summary at the end. Let us just get through it, and then we'll give you a summary at the end. This is a.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot to explain.
Dude.
It's a lot to explain. You got to rewind and watch if you just tuned in now. So this is what Pastor Rob is doing right now. He just posted this recently. Pastor Rob, I can't even believe I'm reading this. Founding voice, Pastor Rob, voice of the Guild. Under God podcast, American Guild, Pastors Guild. You can look it up. Fighting. I've been saying this every Sunday. Now he's actually has it written down. Now he's actually saying it. Fighting for the Judeo-Christian West.
There we go.
Bam.
So
We're done.
Guys, 100% that has nothing to fucking do with Christianity anymore.
We're done.
The shit these people are pushing has nothing to do with Christianity.
Nothing.
It's this retarded blur of Judeo-Christian values, which doesn't exist because it's a fake religion, right? Now he's actually writing it on paper.
Now I got
That's
it.
what he's doing.
Look at
This
it.
is what they're doing. This is what Turning
I
Point's
knew it.
doing. This is what
I knew
This
it.
is what Raise Up Korea is doing.
Knew it.
This is what all these organizations by these people are fucking doing.
I knew it.
It's crap. It's
Told you.
lies. It's
Every-
not Catholicism. It's not Christianity.
Every freaking Sunday, I tell you this. They don't say it. They just go, oh, read the Bible. This is what this says. Da, 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 da. Israel this. Da, 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 da. Well, now what does this say? Look what he has here.
That's not Christian, Rob.
Go look up the website. There is a website on
You're
this.
not a Christian.
He just posted this. Here we go.
You're not a Christian,
This
sir.
is the turning point. Look at what is happening.
You're a heretic. This
Yeah,
is
I'm
not
just- I'm
Christianity,
like,
sir.
The timeline, everything. South Korea, Macron's. You want to say Israel. You want to say this is deep state. Guys, deep state regarding Charlie Kirk.
There's a lot of people that look like they had reasons to be involved in this now, more than Ali and I actually ever thought in the previous 10 months. This is actually sort of blowing us away.
Yeah.
We didn't even really know how to present all this information because it's so freaking much. And there's so much that we're still trying to sort out and go through.
There's so much, guys. And I know you guys are going to want to watch Candace, but please don't leave. I'm going to show you something else. Please. I'm going to.
If you got to leave, come back to us later.
Yeah. I'm just going to see if I have something else.
We'd
want
love for you
keep
to
reading
stay.
the comments. I'm just going to add something else to stage. Just give me a
We'd love for you to stay, but we understand.
Yes, I totally understand.
Candace is Candace. But no one's talking about this shit.
Nobody's talking about this shit. How come they're not talking about this shit, babe? I don't know. They don't have to talk about it if they don't want to.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody
right?
can talk about what they want. But, if you're not talking about what's going to solve the case or bring in new insight, then what are you talking about?
Oh, exactly.
And I'm not saying that's what they're talking about, but I'm just saying straight up as a general thing. Like if you're just going to recycle the same old regurgitated crap that's already been gone over and is proven to be a dead end for the last 8 months, what the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you guys doing? So I'm just, you can read some comments. I am just going to pull out some stuff while I get ready.
Sure, just throw me on the spot here.
No, I'm not throwing you on the spot.
You totally just threw me on the spot.
I'm not.
calling you out for throwing me on the spot.
No, I'm not. I'm not throwing you on the spot, baby.
Yeah.
Because I love you.
Yeah, some people are just saying this is a crazy amount of information. Some people are confused about the amount of information and what it all means.
I'll do a part 2. I don't know what to tell you.
We'll also give a summary at the end. We'll sit here once all this is done. We'll bring both of us up full screen and we'll talk for 5 minutes about, because basically me and you have had a chance to have this kind of conversation, but we need to bring that same conversation that we had to everybody that's going to be watching.
Yep, that's fine. That's totally, I understand it's a lot, and nobody's gone down this rabbit hole of South Korea, which Charlie Kirk was there the 5th, 6th. Then he flew to Japan, Tokyo, which, you know, Blake Neff talks a lot about Japan, and they have so much footage from Korea and Japan, but they're not putting it out. They have so much stuff. Where is his phone? I want to know the timeline of his digital footprint and who he talked to from the 5th until the 10th, before, like, he was talking to Korean officials, okay, before he passed away. That's what Charlie Kirk was doing. And I know he talked about, you know, overseas as well, but he was talking to Korean officials trying to get this pastor out of jail.
And so this is why we think the details of Charlie's phone are extremely valuable.
Yes.
More valuable than anything anybody's ever thought before. Oh, we want to see if he texted Brian Harpole or some stupid shit like that. All of a sudden, he could have been involved with all of these people overseas, possible political leaders, like all this stuff being tied into an international faith smuggling operation. Like they're trying to smuggle faith into a country, like a fake religion. This is all messed up, guys. And I think that information out of Charlie's phone would have been so valuable.
Very, very important.
We actually think Erica's got Charlie's phone. Erica's had it since the beginning.
I think Mikey McCoy gave it to her.
Well,
yes, you can buy me a coffee too.
Anybody could have given it to her. Sure, it could have been him. Maybe it was. I don't know. Absolutely possible. But there was, after finding all this stuff now, there's a lot more on Charlie's phone than I think we ever realized.
Yes.
A lot more, not just stupid stuff with text messages with like Candace or Dan Flood. Like, sure, those are really important. But when we start looking at this stuff, all his texts and communications from all these people overseas would have been extremely valuable to have.
Yes. Yeah.
So those are almost more important than the stuff that's going on now, because they could provide context to maybe why this happened in the first place.
Yes.
You know?
So as we go on, I just want to make sure everybody sees this. You know, Rob McCoy, right at 15 days after Charlie Kirk passed, he went to South Korea. Why? Your friend just passed away. Why are you going to South Korea?
Yeah.
So, and then now he's just this is his first post since being, you know, a ghost on social media. America's Pastor Guild fighting for Judeo-Christian West. So you guys can check that out if you want. I'm going to continue.
Well, I go back.
Yep.
If anybody wants to screenshot this, screenshot it, post it. Rob's not a Christian. He's not a Christian, guys.
What happened?
He's
what
not
happened
a Christian.
to you?
It was funny. Allie and Barron did a competition who could find the earliest sermon of Rob McCoy when he wasn't completely crazy and senile.
Yeah.
Barron and Allie sort of had a private competition to see who could find the best clip of him preaching like a normal person. And Barron beat Allie by, I think, about a year and a half.
He did. He's better than me.
So between them, they both found sermons where Rob was normal. And then all of a sudden, one year, he flipped. It's like that was the year the dollars hit the bank account.
Yeah.
Because this is who Rob has been for the last, I don't know, what, decade now?
Yep.
Decade about, babe?
Yep.
Give or take?
Yep.
He sacrificed his Christianity and turned from Jesus a while ago, guys.
Yep.
He now worships something that doesn't really exist. It's Judeo-Christian West. So if Christians believe in Jesus, what do Judeo-Christians believe in? Because it's not Jesus.
Who's it then? I don't even know anymore.
Keith says Barron has a daisy. Well, before there was a daisy, Allie was the daisy.
I helped him.
And now Allie has a daisy herself.
I do. I have Wisha. Wisha helps me.
And we love Wisha.
We love Wisha.
We love Daisy too.
Daisy's amazing.
Daisy's amazing. But
I helped Barron a lot.
Yeah, we are happy
I still help him.
We're happy that Barron has Daisy, and we're happy that Allie has Wisha.
Yes.
And I think everything is great. And you know, we do talk. So what? What are you doing?
Oh no, I'm just doing this. Just loud. We have Wisha. We have look, we have a community I don't know where Wish is working. Sorry, guys. Wish is not here right now.
Yeah. All right. Are you doing something? Is this the end, or can we move on? Or
yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
I got so this is inside the guild, what it has, if you want to read that. Because so the website, you guys can go to the website. So they just started this. He mentioned this on the podcast with Darren Tyler that I shared yesterday, that Barron shared, and he shouted me out where Rob was in Tennessee. He wasn't just in Tennessee 2 days ago. He was in Tennessee with Alan Jackson on the 29th doing another podcast. So he was there for a bit, and with Pastor Son. So I'm just showing you this new website that he's promoting right now, and you can read that, babe. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk more, and I was
No.
going to get up and
No,
stretch.
you can.
So
can
this
read
is
that one.
inside Rob's guild. It's a bunch of crap. It's crock. We know that. I'm not even going to pretend it's anything good or useful. It's all a scam.
It's fine.
Resource library, recorded teaching on every one of the 5 pillars. I'm pretty sure you've modified it, manipulated it. The stack, week's news, weighed against the pillars. Monthly calls, the questions you can ask anywhere else, answered live. Text members group, private room of pastors who know your name. That's disgusting. I feel like I'm going to be cornered and retooled and have a cat on my head within 36 seconds
Oh
of
my
entering
God,
that chat
babe.
room. It's freaking gross. The Israel pilgrimage. No, thank you. I don't really care about that. I'm not even
No.
going to read it.
We're not doing it.
What it costs. So you have to give Rob $300 a year. The dues cost, the running of the guild, nothing more. Donor parties. Donor partners carry the rest. This is an investment of your own equipping. Okay, so Rob has donors. Rob has private donors, guys. Rob has private donors that are funding this Judeo-Christian crap that he just created. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Judeo-Christian.
I would like to know who these donors are. Who's giving you money, Rob?
Who? How you getting all the? How did you tour? Who funded the tour?
You wouldn't be funneling this money through Turning Point to Turning Point Faith into the American whatever bullshit guild this is. You wouldn't be sleazing money along through that little pipeline, would you, Rob? Is that what you're doing, Rob? Because I'd like to know who your donors are, Rob.
Yeah, I think it's beer time. Yeah, we got to do. Let's do a members live tonight.
I'm gonna need to literally have a shower and get drunk after this stream. It's so gross.
I need to get like. Oh, there's going to be some pouring into like something.
Can somebody just spray me with isopropyl alcohol right now? Oh.
Look what it says here: the resource library, the stack of the week, monthly calls, the members text group, a private room of pastors who you know by name, the overseas pilgrimage, walk the land with your brothers, with the fellowship is done. Okay. The 5 pillars. You want to read that? Oh man, look at all this.
This is actually wrong.
Oh my gosh.
This is wrong. So you don't know this, but I've already been talking with Krunk very mildly about this. It's not 5 pillars, it's 7.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know what's going on. If Krunk's around, that's messed up because we've actually been looking at the 7 pillars. So this is really weird that they're actually only mentioning 5. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and I need to look it up, which is very possible. So biblical citizenship and the American founding.
Then they have the biblical the Bible verse at the bottom too. Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense because
I know.
Okay, so this is a bunch of bullshit, guys. So biblical citizenship and the American founding is not in the Bible. I got to go read Acts 22 and Romans 13. I have no idea what the heck they're talking about. Church history and Christian doctrine. Weird that they take something from, is that the Old Testament? Is Jude the Old Testament? I believe it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so weird. They're talking about Christian doctrine, but they're taking it from the Old Testament, which is only half a story, which actually didn't have anything to do with Jesus' resurrection and how he lived his life. But hey, that seems like what Judeo-Christianity is just ignore the New Testament because it talks about the real God, not the fake one you guys are trying to get everybody to worship. Answering secular ideologies. Well, heck. Isn't that Judaism?
Yeah.
It's definitely Judeo-Christian values.
Babe.
And that's in
like...
Colossians 2:8. Jewish people in the state of Israel. Okay, there's no such thing as the state of Israel. Don't talk to me about the state of Israel and then quote a Bible verse like Genesis 12:3. That's a lie. What you are doing is manipulating the interpretation of Scripture to fit the narrative that you want to advance your political aims that you are trying to accomplish right now. And I don't buy that bull crap. the Western encounter with Islam, Peter 3:15. I'm pretty sure that's manipulated, because they didn't really care back then. They were all just in that area. They were all just a weird shade of beige, and everybody just kind of got along. Until now, when a certain country overseas just started murdering everybody who didn't agree with them. They actually got along okay back then. At least in that area. If you want to talk about the people who actually worship, if you want to talk about the people that actually worshiped God back then, they didn't care about all this shit. They didn't care about policies and armies and political affiliations. And you know what I mean? They just wanted to worship their God in peace. And and back then they did do that. Muslims did worship besides Christians and stuff. It's absolutely retarded.
And okay, so on UVU date, I think Wisha gave me this because I was showing her the South Korean stuff. She goes, well, this is bizarre. She goes, look at this. Political operative chief of staff, Chris Santoyo, on F America tour, national ground game. He's Korean. He wrote everything in Korean. Tech, what is this saying? Obviously, you guys, I don't know if you can see this. It is a picture of the aftermath of what's going on. This is just something that we just saw now. So it says here, it's in Korean. What's the language? Charlie Kirk, attack, assault. All right. So I got to look more into this person because I don't know what's going on. I don't know where, does he live in Utah? I don't know. He's political operative chief of staff on F America tour. Weird.
Yeah, very odd.
Weird, odd.
I just wanted to mention, since I did go on that big rant just now.
Yes.
I have nothing wrong with the Old Testament because I'm noticing Grandma Karen is saying that she loves to read the Old Testament.
I do too.
They have great stories. But when you try to build a religion around what Christianity was supposed to be, and you only take half of the teachings, right, which is the Old Testament, and build a religion around that, and then try to say you're the same as Christians, well, you're not. And that's what gets us so fired up and angry about this. Because if you're a true Christian, then you believe the whole Bible, and you read the whole Bible, not just the part about prophecy. Because that's what it is. That was the prophecy. And then the New Testament was the fulfillment of a lot of that prophecy, the coming of Jesus. And they ignore that. And that's what really gets Allie and I fired up. It's like you take half a religion and then you just make it whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
And it's
we're almost done here. We're going to do a part 2 because it's a lot. I know it's a lot of information to get in your brains, but here we go. In 2000, there were 9 countries without a Rothschild owned central bank. And here you go. Do you see this? We got Iran. Well, the ones that are crossed out are done, right? But these are the ones they're working on.
Yeah, I think Syria actually got scratched off that list too.
Okay, Syria scratched off too.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's funny.
And Venezuela, no?
No.
No, not yet.
I don't know. The U.S. did something really weird. I don't know what happened. You went in, you bombed some guy, you captured a guy. Well, what's happening? Trump is like, oh, we've got all the oil. Well, the oil prices in the States are still through the roof. So if I had to guess, you're not getting any of that Venezuela oil right now because your prices would start to come down a little bit. Maybe we wouldn't see that for a month or so because it takes time for that to reflect. So maybe that's happening. I don't know. But when I talk to my buddies in the U.S., they say the prices are through the roof and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
So this was the list, man. Iran, Cuba, North Korea, Venezuela, Syria. I think Syria did get smoked. That got taken out. If not, it's going to happen real darn soon.
Yep.
I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
So when you look at this list, they're going after everybody except for the one they can't get. The one they can't get is North Korea. They can't do anything about that whatsoever. You're not going to be able to do it. So what they're doing is picking on everybody else. Iran, Cuba, Venezuela.
And they're getting into South Korea, that's for sure.
Yeah.
South Korea is their stuff. That's their bag.
Well,
they don't want Chinese to go in there either. They talked about that. Rob talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Then we got this.
Oh, go back.
Oh, okay.
Because what you were just talking about was South Korea. They already had that 1948.
Yes.
They became free, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe it happened in the Korean War, but that is where they definitely could have did it in 1948. And then, a couple decades later when the Korean War happened.
That's why I hate when he takes off his shirt and he says Korea needs freedom, because they already have it. It's so bizarre. Anyhow, Iran, they're doing that now. And we got Jack Hibbs' Real Life Network putting his sermons there.
Yeah, via a Judeo-Christian AI data center. They are translating the Judeo-Christian sermons from Jack Hibbs.
Yep.
And they're translating them into Farsi and sending them to Iran so that they could listen to Jack Hibbs speak. Isn't that great?
A slap in the face.
And there was another country too. It wasn't just Iran. I forgot what it was. Was it Tajikistan?
Yes.
Was it Tajikistan?
Yes.
It was one of the old broken away Soviet republics that
yep.
they were also trying to push that there.
Yeah, I'll bring up the video before we end tonight. And then we got this. It's just to show you a map of how it all is. If you want to look at it, you can screenshot it. Check it out. Yeah. Your Salem media there. Show Faith by Works. The churches. Clock Tower.
Brad Pascali.
Yep.
Danks broke that whole story about Brad Pascali open.
Yep.
Dillon Law Firm. Ali, myself, Bays, and Danks. We completely destroyed that and opened it all up and brought it to the public as well.
Yep.
Danks also did some great work on Clock Tower LLC, as a few other people did as
Amazing
well.
work. Amazing.
Especially with the Show Faith by Works over there as well.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. A couple people covered that. Mr. Letgo covered that. Ivan covered that as well. They did a good job with that.
But Salem Media is taken over by Waterstone, that's in Colorado right now. So Salem Media is being bought out.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Yeah. So Salem is trying to hide itself within another company now probably because the amount of exposure that they've got. Right. So they're being now bought out by Waterstone.
Yes.
And the guy
Waterstone's in Colorado.
And the guy, yeah, it's funny. Waterstone's in Colorado, and the guy who owns that company is good friends with Victor Marx.
Ken Harrison.
And he's going for governor of Colorado.
That's right.
Does that seem weird, guys?
It's just like, does
that seem weird?
Like I said, like it's all goes back to, like a lot of people say it goes back to Victor Marx, but I think it goes all back to also to the pastors. It means all connected, The pastors have a lot to do with this.
Well, they're in the same web, right?
Yeah.
Bottom line is who's pulling the strings on that.
Well,
I actually think that allegedly Victor's probably their handler, all of them. He's the universal pastor handler.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's not a master. He's not a master debater, so he's a master handler.
So sorry. Did you say Jack Hibbs is the?
No. Victor. Allegedly, just my opinion, no facts, no nothing. Yeah. My opinion is he might be the pastor handler. My opinion only.
Yeah, it's just an opinion, guys. That's all it is, right?
And that could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
Based on what information comes in.
Okay, so let's do. I think we're done. I'm gonna go watch Candace now, probably. Yeah, that we're done. So I'm just gonna play this last video, right here.
We have
Okay, so I'm going to play this video.
And you want to know what? You could probably speed it up from the beginning a little bit.
Hold on.
For connect.
The first 30 seconds are blah, 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 blah.
I did. I have fast forward. So he's just talking about the Real Jack Life Network coming to Iran.
Yeah, because, since we're bombing them, the first thing on their mind is, let's not stop the war. Let's have peace. No, the first thing on their mind is, we need to listen to Jack Hibbs' sermons about Judeo-Christianity. Can we get those sent to Iran first? We don't want peace or anything. We want Jack Hibbs' sermons.
It's just, it's an operation. It's an operation. And they're using they're using this 501, tax-free biblical organization to do it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Joanne and Carlene, Denise, oh my goodness, where are the guys? Felix Martinez, Debbie. Okay, I'm going to make this announcement, and we'll have to populate it somehow. I mean, people will jump on eventually. Here's the deal. Today, is July 16th. And we just made history today.
Oh.
It's July 16th. And a few hours ago in Iran and in Uzbekistan, the Real Life Network broadcast our Sunday sermons. They started broadcasting in Farsi, and that is going to be going on now. We are reaching the Iranian Farsi-speaking world with our Sunday sermons in Farsi. And this is the upside to AI. The corporation that we're using, it's all tested and vetted. And so the Sunday sermons, they're going out officially today in Iran and in the country of Uzbekistan. And I want you guys to celebrate with us.
Celebrate.
You guys know I don't talk about money, but I will say this. Thank you. You guys know who you are, who have put your efforts toward the Real Life Network. And those resources went to teaming up with a very high-tech, top-shelf, Christian-owned AI firm that was able to take our sermons and to convert them into Farsi. And so we are just delighted. I'm going to be sending you more technical information. I'll be posting that on the channels and the names of the stations. There's 2 separate stations, by the way. We're broadcasting on both. We're doing everything possible to get the gospel of Jesus out so we can all go up. The sooner we get the job done, the sooner we leave. And so be excited with me, rejoice with me and the team, praise God with me and the team. Real Life Network, Sunday sermons, now preaching in Farsi, and that's the upside to AI. Thank you, all of you who support this remarkable work, because it is a remarkable gospel for a remarkable work. God bless you guys.
You're done. You're done. That's a slap in the face to Iran, I think, but that's just me. You're going to put your Real Life Network in Iran? How did you make that happen? How did that happen? How?
You want to know what? As far as I'm concerned, we could ship Jack Hibbs over there and he could just stay there.
Yeah.
Just stay there.
Just stay there, man.
Stay in Iran. Get Iranian citizenship, Jack.
Just go there, live there.
Get citizenship.
It's to take over. It's a takeover. It's to take over the religion, to put their religion out and put theirs in. And, get them when they're down. Put them in. I don't know. And or there could be an underlining thing to go there on a mission with their religion and do something else too.
Well, you just I think you just answered your own question in your own statement.
Sure.
So you just brought up that about where the last remaining unowned Rothschild central banks are. Iran's one. So if you want to get rid of that regime and be able to take it over to install that system, no better way than by doing it from within through the religion. Because literally that's what they're doing in the West right now. They're trying to change us all. They're trying to change Britain. They're trying to change America. They're trying to change Canada. They're trying to change Australia, all with the same crap, guys.
Religion.
The whole West is under attack.
That's what it always comes back to. Always.
And the people who like Judeo-Christian values, they don't care. They're not friends with the West. They're not friends with the East. They don't care if you're Christian. They don't care if you're Muslim.
Yep.
We're all enemies to them.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what religion you are, what country you live in. They don't care what skin color you are. They don't care if you're right or left or black or white. They don't care about any of that. They want your soul.
Now, with all this, guys, I want you to remember what I said. I want you to keep Macron, South Korea, and the timeline in your memory, because it's very important. When someone passes, their digital footprint of where they were matters, especially if something big, traumatic happened. Like, Charlie Kirk was going to talk to Korean officials, and he did on the 8th and the 9th to get this guy out of prison. So, and he talked to Trump and, Secretary of State. So all this stuff is important. And then Macron goes there on September 11th. All this timeline matters. So with that, I'm probably going to do a part 2. I know this was pretty confusing, and I just did a really rush. Wanted to put this out and get everybody's eyes on South Korea, because Rob McCoy just posted that he's at the White House with Pastor Son from South Korea. He just got out of prison. February, and he's touring with him, and he's at the White House. He's everywhere. So we need to do another recap. I know this was confusing, but we'll do another one.
It's
we'll do another one.
And I'm also going to talk a little
Yep.
bit and provide some context here as
Yep.
well.
Go ahead,
I
baby.
just want to say if any of this was interesting to you, or if you were doing some research while this was, hold on, I didn't know you were going to do that.
I just gotta go get something.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to do that. What was I saying? Sorry, that completely threw my whole train of thought off. What was I saying?
We're just doing it, babe. We're just doing a summary of the ending of this show. That's it.
I know. Okay, I had a train of thought that I was going to go on,
That's
and then I had to do all that. Okay. I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, forget it. I'm going to start all over again from scratch. I don't even know what I was going to say. So, basically, what we wanted to bring attention to was the timeline leading up through this. There was some comments mentioned how the Macrones could be involved. It looks like there was connections between Turning Point, Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump Jr., Jack Posobiec, and Rob McCoy, all with Korea. And it looks like that there might have been some, well, there obviously was a lot of connections between Macron and South Korean government, all at the exact same time. This is absolutely ludicrous.
And all the pastors, like the Ukraine pastor, Elizabeth McCoy's grandfather, was also, doing stuff with all of these guys.
Yeah, and just trying to keep it pretty basic,
Yep.
but like without adding like dive information. Basically, we're looking at a timeline that sort of has all these sort of individuals connected, and the fact that they keep saying that Korea doesn't have freedom's a lie. We kind of debunk that, and Rob actually debunked it with his own words. So this is going to be something that we're going to be looking at closer, because we're one of the bigger suspects was our friends overseas, but we also know that that may not necessarily be it. So we know where Charlie was just beforehand. We know there was issues with French
Foreign Legion,
the French government. So we're not throwing it out the window that this all isn't connected somehow, and we are going to do more research.
And don't forget Candace and the Macrones and the issues that was happening, and Charlie Kirk kind of got involved in that, and she got, also a threat, a major one from the French Foreign Legion.
Yeah.
So this is all tied in. Let's continue deep state here. Let's think of this like that. And yes, my email's here if you want to get a hold of me. AllieTopFiles@proton.me if you need to. I know somebody was asking me. So yes. And don't forget what Andrew Colvett said to Candace Owens. It was supposed to be you. Let's not forget that either.
And before you go, double check super chats.
Oh, I think, yes, I will. Sorry. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah. No, I got everything, babe. Yep. Got everything. Got everything. And yes, thank you so much, Keats, one of my mods. He's amazing. Send your tips to AllieTopFiles, proton.me. Keep the ball rolling. We're balls deep now. We're balls deep into deep state, man.
Yeah, we are. And by balls deep, she means BAALS deep.
Oh, don't even
'Cause that's
go
what it's
there.
looking like,
Oh, my
guys.
bowel. Oh, dear heavens. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. I can't believe he just said that. Okay. That is something different. Okay. Now my brain is going a mile a minute. Great information. I know it was a lot. I appreciate you coming here and listening to all of it. I really appreciate all of my Flamingo Mafias. Please share it. Please talk about it. Let's keep this Korean timeline where Charlie Kirk was, because we don't have his phone, obviously. So let's keep this timeline. It's very important.
So we're going to have to build it, and we're going to need your help, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not building up Korea, but yeah, we need to build. We're not building. We are investigating everything that happened before he passed, because this timeline, Korea, before he passed, he talked to all these people before he died. This is incredibly important, and nobody's talking about this.
This literally happened like a couple days before he died.
We need this back on the table, this South Korea crap. And now with Rob McCoy, oh my God, I have my pastor son with me. No, we want answers. We want to know what the heck is going on here. I want to know Charlie Kirk's last conversations with Trump, with whoever he was talking to. We need to know.
Trump Jr.,
Trump Jr.,
Pasovik,
everybody.
all of these pastors there. Did he talk with South Korean government? Was he threatened? Did Macron contact him just before he went over there? This is all fucking shit we need answers for now.
Yeah. So with that, you can look at that picture and remind yourself. I will move that off the screen. Thank you so much. I will see you guys until my next live stream. Probably we'll do one this week, Friday. Obviously, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I always do it. But Christ is King.
We'll post something in the community if we go again tonight.
Yeah, if we go tonight, I'll post a members live. I love you guys. You guys are my Flamingo Mafias, as always. And I will see you in my next stream. Christ is King, says Jesus' name, and keep fighting for Charlie Kirk. And I love you guys. See you next time.